Houston, our instruments are showing that we have a incoming message from deep space. Repeat, Houston, we have an incoming message from deep space. Houston, we'll begin playing message now. Houston, we're going to try and translate that up here. Hold for translation. Translation complete. We'll begin playing message now.
Hey, it's me, Melissa.
What do you do when the aliens invade? Take a shot of MK Ultra and watch Melissa Jade. Put on your tinfoil hat and tune right in. We got their crime spree, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, a complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what it all been understanding. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Aliens is on the sun or in Area 51. Time travels, unravels, haunted castles, cops are baffled, potential experimental thoughts that make you transcendental. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Crime sprees, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what it all been understanding. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa.
Hello, you guys. How are you? Hold on, I have to restart. Of course, my thing needs to do a restart as soon as I log on. So I'm going to take a moment to say hello to everybody. Hello, Bryn. Is there some type of soup or bowl event happening? I know it's Super Bowl night, so it's probably going to be a little chat, but that is okay. We're going to push on through. Hi, Stacy. Hey, y'all. Love these shows, Melissa. I look forward to them. I'm so happy that you guys are enjoying the conspiracy stuff. Next Sunday, we have the Antarctica Bigfoot Pyramid conspiracy live, and then the live after that, 2 weeks from now, we're going to be doing, are we living in a simulation? Are we living in the matrix? So I'm really, really excited. I love these topics. I love discussing these topics. And so just to find other people who share that interest, I love it. And I feel blessed. Hi, Claudia. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Claudia. Well, this is definitely going to be a chilled back, relaxed, just fun live. Um, Tiffany, it's totally fine. I'm so exhausted. And so I even had to push myself to keep on Tisha style. Oh, well, welcome, Kimberly. Hey, Aries, Artemis Prime, Lolo, Shacto, Harlot People May, Danielle. Um, Let me see, Cutie Pie, Aries Girl, MK Ultra. It's been forever. Hi, Man's Laughter, Amanda, Pretty Bug, Gina B, Forgets and Shiggles, Trio Girl Mom, Inty's Apple Bottom Jean says, my favorite nights are Sundays now. Eek! I'm so happy. Listen, there's something for everyone, right? Hi, Vicky. Yeah, the Truman Show, Artemis. Exactly. Um, so, and then also just a reminder. So we have the live scheduled with special guests Shay Benet and Jules of All Trade. And originally we were going to do it Wednesday, but then we remembered that is Valentine's Day, so I pushed it to Thursday. And so I'm really, really excited for this live. We have a lot to go over regarding the Paramount miniseries that has dropped, Cyber Sleuths, the Idaho murders. We are going back. We are going to be breaking it down. We are going to be giving our opinions. We are going to be debunking things along the way because we have a lot to say and we have a lot of thoughts and feelings on this. And I'm really, really excited to be covering that. So that is scheduled. And that, hi, Shay, that is scheduled and that is set. And like I said, originally it was scheduled for Wednesday, but I pushed it to Thursday because Wednesday is Valentine's Day. And I'm just very, very, very much looking forward to it. Okay, Thursday. I watched that especially for you. I'm happy. And yes, please, it gives you guys more time to be able to watch the series. It's on Paramount and it's free on YouTube. I believe all episodes are free now. And I'm really, really excited. And we covered the Idaho case extensively on my channel, but we witnessed all of this stuff happening in real time. Everything that they're breaking down in that series, we watched in real time. And it's frustrating that narratives are still being pushed and things are still being inaccurately relayed. And so we need to go back and we need to remind people what's already been debunked, what hasn't been debunked, what our thoughts are, how we as creators on social media can do good, how far is too far. It's a great topic, and I'm really looking forward, Harlot, to this live and to be able to break it down with Shay and Jules. I'm very much looking forward to it. Hi, Dawn. Hungry Nurse, it's okay. I only know shout. Yeah, we were right in the middle of it and debunking it. Harley, you were here, and it's so weird to watch that Paramount series and to see the Dot situation, the Kim WSU mom. We were there, we were here. And if you guys remember, I had the panel regarding Dot, and a lot of the creators that Riley Lively, who was on the Paramount series, came on. I think Riley was one of the only ones who was credible in this damn series, but she came on my panel here, and it was like the merge of TikTok and YouTube, and we debunked it. Remember that? So it's just so peculiar to be able to see it and watch it unfold on the screen when we remember how we watched it unfold in real time and we dissected it. And like I said, we have a lot of thoughts and a lot of opinions. So if you are interested in, if you followed the Idaho case, please take the time. It's 3 episodes. Watch the Paramount series, and then make sure your notification is set. Thursday evening, we are going live with it, and I'm very, very excited. And I like that Jules has her opinions. I have my opinions. Shay has her opinions. We all don't necessarily agree with one another. And I love that. I love that it's going to be different perspectives coming together to be able to break it down and discuss it. Yeah, definitely watch it, Meta Mom. You remember that night, Stacey? Hi, Nails and Braids by Kim. Yeah, hi, Tony. And I love Jules. I'm just very, very excited, and I'm very much looking forward to it. And so I'm gonna come in under my other device now that it's rebooted. Okay, so I think Meat Feet and Shacto are going to be joining me for this live whenever they want to click the link. They are more than welcome. Hi, Jay Serial. So I hope you all had an amazing weekend. I have missed you all. Hi, Scara. Hi, Neat Noodle. So what I figured we would start with first are glitches in the Matrix. Even though, yes, this isn't the simulation live, but I've showed this way in the past on my channel, and it's very interesting. And so I wanted to ask you guys, have you ever experienced what you would consider a glitch in the Matrix? Oh, well, we're going to be breaking them down, Whale Beat. Don't you forget. Don't forget Kim WSU Mom came on my panel too, uninvited. But she said a lot that directly contradicted things that she said before. And I plan on doing a full live to rewind and go over just that. So I'm really looking forward to doing it. So have you I've been here before, or this seems eerily familiar? Or how about Harlan, I know. That's what I'm saying. We have a lot of thoughts, a lot of opinions. We have a lot to say. But I gotta keep my mouth shut because we are going to be going over all of it. And I'm really excited. Oh, yay, Tess. Hi. And so there have been moments captured on camera. See, deja vu. Okay, if you want to ask me what my opinion of deja vu is, and let me like set aside my tinfoil hat, even though this is going to seem very far out. But logically speaking, the most current scientific theory they have is the multiverse theory. And if you don't know what the multiverse theory is, it's basically the theory that there is not just one universe. It's the universe, right? The universe is a constantly expanding, infinite universe, which is mind-blowing in itself. Think about that, because infinite has no end. If infinity has no end and it keeps going and going and going, how in the world can it continue expanding? It's already infinite. And the way Neil deGrasse Tyson explained it, he's like, yes, despite being infinite though, it keeps expanding and it keeps getting bigger. And our human three-dimensional brains cannot even remotely comprehend how big our universe is. Yet the multiverse theory, and that's the most accurate current theory we have, says that there are multiple universes. And there's a good chance at the other side of every black hole could be an entirely another universe. Now, they say that there would be a universe where we all exist. We all exist in this universe, right? Right here, right now. Well, there is another universe in this theory. There is another universe with me, except everything was the same. Every choice in my entire life that I made has been the same, except I decided to cancel my live and go to bed early instead of coming on. Then there's another universe with an identical me that decided to end the live right now. The way they explain it is, think about every choice in your life that you have made, and there is another universe where you made the other choice. And every possible route you could have taken in life currently exists in a parallel universe. Hi, poor Linda. So when I think of deja vu, I think some moments can definitely be recalling a memory or a situation that we've experienced prior. But I also think that if the multiverse theory is true, and there are us in these parallel universes, I also believe in consciousness and it going far beyond the human vessel. We don't understand consciousness. Let me explain this to you. We still don't even fully understand the human brain, but what we can do is we can recreate everything about a human that we know. We can create new arms, new legs, a heart, we can create everything. Yet the one thing that we do not know and we cannot explain, nor can we create, is consciousness. We don't know what makes human beings separate from everything else. Hey, Shacto.
Hello. Can you hear me?
All right. Sorry, I had you muted. What's up?
Can you hear me?
Welcome. Yes.
Okay.
So if you've ever seen the movie Avatar, there's this tree of life, Pandora's tree, and it shows how the roots and everything is connected. I'm not a religious person. I'm more of a spiritual person. And I do believe that consciousness is far beyond our understanding. And I believe that everything is kind of connected via that consciousness. And I think that when we experience deja vu, we may be tapping into either a parallel universe where we experienced this before, just not on this timeline, or something connected through the consciousness. You know, we all have physical vessels, our body, but there's something that goes beyond our understanding in a higher dimensional where our consciousness can connect to one another. And I know that's deep, but it's yeah, like the movie Lucy. Yeah.
Lucy, I've never seen it.
You up with Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah. Is that about the little ape they found? Is that the same Lucy?
Yeah. Well,
The ape?
no. You're talking about the old movie. No, the Scarlett Johansson where she's given a drug, an experimental drug,
Oh, okay.
and
No.
it makes your like we only use a portion of our brain, like a certain percentage of our brain every day. And so this drug is slowly allowing her to use more portions of her brain. So say we use 25% as humans every day. She's slowly now having access to 30%, 45%, 50%, all the way until she gets to 100%. And she no longer has a physical vessel. She is just pure consciousness.
Consciousness, yeah.
Yeah. Far beyond our understanding. Hey, me feeds.
That sounds interesting.
Hello.
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 I hear things like that if we used 100% of our brains, we wouldn't need bodies. That kind of thing.
Okay. So there's certain moments that are caught on camera that I would consider a glitch in the matrix. Now, again, next week we're doing Antarctica and Bigfoot and the pyramids, but the week after that, we're going to be doing the conspiracy live of are we living in a simulation, the simulation theory and the matrix. But I just wanted a little bit, just a smidge to touch on this and show a couple of photos to you guys of, Limitless with Bradley Cooper Bryn, where moments were caught where, is this pure coincidence or is this some type of glitch in the matrix? And I want to get your guys' theories and thoughts on it. So here is a photo that was taken. 4 women sitting on the bus who have identical hair.
Yeah.
Identical. Look at them. They're identical. Now, is this just really a coincidence? Hi, Bushi. Is this, hi, Jenny Kramer. Is this Kathy Four? Sorry. Hello to everyone. Is this
Kiss.
a coincidence or is this a glitch in the matrix? What do you guys think?
What if they planned that?
Okay. I mean, they don't look like they planned that, but there's many of these caught. Okay.
Okay.
So
I'm not convinced from this, but
No,
yeah,
I'm
that's
not-
a little
I'm not
weird,
either.
but
okay, let me pull up the next one. Students sitting in a classroom. 3 girls sitting back to back to back with the same color shirt. You can see it's not the same shirt. It's the same colored shirt with the same color hair. 3 in a row.
Now, okay. Well, I have a theory about that, but go ahead.
Go with your
Yeah.
theory.
Like to explain the photo away, you mean? Like put some logic in it?
Yeah.
To me, that would appear to be okay. Yeah, they're all blonde-headed girls, but maybe they're all wearing uniforms too,
yeah.
like Catholic
Maybe.
school uniforms.
Yeah, maybe. Totally possible. But I would assume the person taking this picture is taking the picture because it's unusual to them, right?
Yeah, that's definitely unusual, but
totally possible for this one to be.
And I mean, dark blonde hair like that and being with the brown people your same age. I mean, that's not too surprising to me.
It's unusual, but it's not completely unlikely or I wouldn't put too much thought into that one. But go ahead.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yes.
Okay. You ready?
Sure. Oh, God.
6 women sitting on the bus with same exact color hair. Some of them in the same color jacket, right behind one another.
That one there reminds me of Village of the Damned. Have you ever
Is
seen that
it
movie?
coincidence? No.
Casting call.
What'd you say?
A casting call.
Yeah. Why is it always on city buses? Like, what's with the city bus thing?
Well,
Is that like a portal or something?
it's not Photoshop, Vicky. That's the point of it. And you can tell they're actually, not all of them are in the same outfits. If you look closely, it's not the same hair. It's just, wow, this looks like identical kind of woman from the back. But when you look closely, it's not. But hey, Wolfie, but when you start to get into, and we're going to discuss this in 2 episodes from now, when you start to get into the simulation theory, you'll start to get into glitches in the matrix, and we're going to go through a lot of that in that episode. Like I said, I'm just pulling up a couple for fun right now, but there is a theory that we are living in a simulation. And when you see things like this, that's because we are basically, what are they called? Like, not every person has a consciousness in them. That there's only actually a set amount of consciousness, and then there's much more human vessels, and everything is designed to be where it is. And just like a video game, a glitch could happen. If we're living in a simulation, we are going to experience glitches here, like an airplane standing still in midair, or a bird hovering midair, which is not possible as far as physics go. And we're going to get into that more, but people theorize things like this is because there's some type of glitch, and now there's multiple of them, and there's really not supposed to be multiple of them, but something kind of went awry. You've seen the bird one. The bird one is weird. Now, listen, what goes up must come down, right? With the exception, if you are a bird, you can fly, but you cannot hover midair. A bird cannot just stop flying and not drop to the ground with gravity, except there have been many moments where birds or planes are frozen midair. And we'll show that. But it's really, really interesting.
It's not like a hawk hovering. You know how that they can get pretty damn still.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, so sorry.
A hawk covering?
Hovering.
Oh,
You've never
hovering.
seen a hawk like trying to get its prey and its wings are like tipped up and it's just kind of hovering there?
No, not really.
Gosh, you city people.
We have pigeons. Now,
That's all.
this
Car
is
washes.
2 women with the same hair, same glasses, same jacket, same bag, reading the same newspaper, same earrings. Is it a glitch? Or
Twins that are really close.
reading the same page?
Maybe they picked up the paper together
glitch.
and they're interested in something. They have separation issues.
Perhaps.
I don't know.
They're twins, right? So
Actually, when you look closely at their face, you could tell they're not the same person.
they are. They look like twins to me. Not to be
No.
Captain Obvious,
Look
but
at the face. Don't look at the hair. or what they're wearing. Look at the face.
Yeah, I'm looking at the face.
No, they don't look like twins to me, actually.
Okay.
Do they even
look
have like
to me
the same ear,
They are
the
twins.
same jawline?
I think they're twins.
Yes, Bushi. Yes. Hey, Jeff. I used to live in a neighborhood where there were these two senior twins that always dressed the same, and the only difference between them was the color of their umbrellas. Oh my God. We do, Stephanie. We have pigeons here. We don't have those fancy birds.
We have pigeons. I have pigeons.
My ex's grandpa is a twin, and they dressed up alike, and I could not tell them apart. And they were always dressed alike too.
Like a Wrigley's gum commercial.
Okay.
Yes.
On a subway.
Doublemint twins.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Whoa.
6 bald men. 6 bald men. 6
That's
little
the
white
Baldwin
men
convention.
wearing pretty much the same shade of gray
Okay.
top.
Blue Man Group.
You could tell they
Why is
are
this-
not the same man.
Excuse me.
They have all different shapes, like sizes. And and they happen to be sitting right next to each other. Bam, 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 bam. Is this a glitch, or is this something explainable?
You said bam, 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 and I just picture
I find it more odd
smacking the
that
top of
all
their
these
heads.
photos. I find it more odd that these photos are all from public transportation.
Yeah.
Well, to
But
be
that's
fair,
very
when are you ever
quite
with a group
unusual.
of other people? Do you see a group of people in your car?
There's
You know what I
5
mean?
people there.
6.
Well, I see groups of people, and
1,
we don't
2,
have.
3, 4, 5. I see 5. Oh wait, I see 6. Yeah, his face
1,
is
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes,
Don't forget
6.
about that guy behind the pole.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, it's an "I'm too sexy for my shirt" convention.
Okay. Next, ready?
Let's have it.
Man sitting in blue shirt at the table with glasses. Man sitting with a blue shirt at the table with glasses. Man sitting at a blue shirt at the table with glasses. Solo. Bam, bam, bam. Is
Interesting.
it coincidence, or is there something more nefarious going on?
That's not Tim Hortons.
No, that's not Tim Hortons. No. Hey, Ava.
The one in the
Peculiar?
back. The one in the back looks almost like a reflection.
No, he's not the. You can tell that's a different dude. And
It does
look,
kinda
watch
look like a
here.
reflection.
Watch there. You can see the reflection, actually.
I know, but
You
it
can see
seems
this
like,
person with their camera,
He does look like a reflection a little bit.
but
Thank
it's
you.
not the same dude. Can't be a reflection if it's not the same dude, you guys.
they both
Okay.
have watches
Yes, but that is clear. You can see the hair actually on his side.
on
This
the.
guy's completely bald, and it would be the back of his head, not the side.
Which wrist do people usually wear watches on? Because they're both wearing them on the left. Don't normal people like wear them on the right?
I wear mine on the left.
No,
I always wear mine on the right or on the left. So I just thought I
it's
was weird.
preference.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm left-handed, and I wear my watch on my left side, my left hand, my left wrist, rather.
Well, that's what I meant. Like, that's what I thought. It was normally you wear it on your dominant hand, but I don't like it because I write with my right hand, so it would like get in the way and mess up. Like, I didn't like it, so I was wearing it on my left. But I thought I was weird for doing that.
I don't know if I have
Well,
it
if
on
it's
there.
like an Apple Watch or like a touch watch, if you're a righty, you'll wear it on your left hand so you could touch it, with your dominant
Okay,
hand.
that makes sense. Thanks, Melissa. You're smart.
Thanks. Carlin says, I'm right-handed. I wear it on my left. Hey, Borders girl. Okay. Two women at the Red Box and they have different body. And they're wearing identical outfits, identical hair, with the one hand up, holding it's because they're holding the screen, the sun protector up. Is this a glitch? One does have a better booty, Ava. You're touche.
I'm looking at their butts. Yeah.
I was too.
Can't help it.
We're a bunch of perverts here.
I don't know.
Could that be like a same image or same person just split at two different
No,
times?
because look at the middle. It says DVD rentals. Like it
you take
wouldn't.
Yeah, but you take a picture of one, like say you took a photo of the one on the left, and then you waited a few more seconds and took another photo, and then you just kind of split the picture and made them look like two.
Doesn't explain the change in butts.
Yeah, you could tell the one on the right has a little bit longer legs.
The one on the right's got her pants up her butt more. She gets more of a
And you can look at the hand that's holding it up. To the left, her thumb is out more. To the right, it's closed.
Yeah, it's different. You know why? Look at the right. Well, they're two different people. Look at the right boot. The girl on the left, at her right boot, she's stepping on something. So it's not the same person.
Maybe I don't know. I'm not saying every single one is. I don't know. I don't know. You just collect them all and say, this is the way I think of it. If even one is unexplainable, it proves the point. It only has to be true once.
I haven't been to a red box in a while.
Nobody needs to go to red boxes anymore.
I don't know how there's one at the corner with the CVS by my house, but I never see anybody there.
I've never used a red box. I don't watch movies.
Oh, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, they still have them today.
Yeah, they still have them.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 blonde women in black peacoats on a train.
Once again, public transportation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow.
Yeah, I'm more weirded out by this happening on all public transportation.
It's not all public. There's been multiple that I haven't shown of public transportation, but just because
like
the first
one or two, maybe, but most of them have been.
Only think it's happening there.
Most of these have been public transportation.
Like the double isn't weird to me, because people could have a twin and like I don't know, but it's weird that it's all on public transportation. Sorry.
Well, it's not all on. A lot of them are, but when I think about where are you going to be out with a group of, like a mass group of people, that's going to be public
Disneyland.
Oh my goodness.
Six Flags, a concert.
Majority of the everyday people, it's not going to be Disneyland. It's going to be places like this where you're in
the pharmacy.
Lots of people. Thank you, Chowder. All of this proves the Earth. Are you a flat earther, Chowder? And thank you so much for the super chat, because I'm going to get into a bit of the flat Earth stuff.
You ask her that every time.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, she is.
Look at Taco. Look at that pup. Okay.
Yeah, why are Cujo had a good point. Why are these photos always from behind?
Probably because it's the person taking it behind. Like, what
are you going to do? Run up in front of them and be like, can I have your picture?
Maybe. People get weird about being taken and having their photos
taken.
Yeah.
The first thing they think is that you're going to go home and do something weird with their picture.
Okay.
But I don't take pictures of people.
A little bit of a different one, but woman sitting on public transport bus and her dress is Spot on.
Pattern is the
Spot
upholstery.
on to the pattern of the seat.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Which is Matrix? Just pure coincidence? I don't know. You tell me.
I think coincidence.
Yeah, it's coincidence for sure. I wonder if she even recognized it.
Probably not. Melissa, you always have the prettiest backgrounds.
Thanks. Wait.
Oh, you got a new picture, Meatfoot?
I did.
Very nice, very nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
I woke Melissa up at like 3:30 in the morning over pictures.
I change mine every like 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's the same pose in the same place. Like, are you a glitch?
I put the same stupid look on my face. I'm cool.
Say it, but you know.
Okay. Two old men walking down the street. One with a cane in his left hand, one with a cane in his right hand. Both holding beige tote bags, both with the same sweater, both with the same hat, both with the same blue cuffed undershirt, both with the same pants. Is this a glitch? Is this pure coincidence? People who believe in the simulation theory believe there's only meant to be one man, but this is a glitch.
I'm naked. I'm not naked up here, am I?
Oh, you were on the YouTube side when I came up. I meant to tell you that.
Can't see my photo?
Not on the YouTube side.
Oh,
No,
I don't know.
you can't. So just unselect it and then reselect it, and it'll go back.
It's not an inverted pic, V. Oakley, because the guy to the close had his head turned to the left, and the guy in front doesn't have his head turned to the right.
That's strange.
See, this doesn't bother me because I've literally seen this a lot. With
Maybe?
my exes.
Okay,
With my
but see
exes
the man on the man closest to go back. The man closest has look at his left the back of his left leg. There's like a triangular image. Yeah, looks like a spot of some sort, like maybe a bleach stain.
Square, like
a patch or something. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's a patch or something.
Chowder, notice the sidewalk is flat. Listen, the earth is so massively big, and you couldn't possibly. Okay, Neil deGrasse Tyson said it best. Look at our tallest point on Earth.
He's always making my head spin.
Right with what? It's not Everest. It's the highest point peak on Earth, and you take the deepest known part of Earth, which is the Marianas Trench. Now, if you put Earth into the size of like our hands, where we were able to take the same dimensions, everything, the highest peak and the lowest peak, and you just made it to where we could hold it like a tennis ball, and we ran our fingers over Earth
like a cue ball,
it would feel just as smooth as a cue ball. That's what Neil deGrasse Tyson said. So even though, wow, the difference between the highest peak, the highest mountain on Earth versus the lowest Marianas Trench, that is a huge difference. You think you would feel a big bump on your finger. No, Earth is so massive that it's really not a difference at all. So the fact that we're going to have a huge portion where it's flat is absolutely to be expected. Two cats in the window sitting the same exact way. with their ears perfectly sticking above. They look identical. Okay.
Oh, I have to send you a picture that would be a glitch then with my dogs.
Neil deGrasse Tyson may be an actor, but he's very educated in astrophysics. The one thing I just don't agree with Neil deGrasse Tyson on is he's not too big into believing that there's aliens.
Yeah, he doesn't believe in aliens.
Which is ridiculous because it's a constantly expanding infinite universe. The fact that you don't think that there is like it's extraterrestrial life, it's life outside of Earth, that could be bacteria, or that could be extremely advanced, far beyond where human has come and evolved to. The fact that you don't think that exists anywhere is ridiculous. Or he doesn't, it's not so much he doesn't think that it doesn't exist. I think he takes more of a religious viewpoint of it, but he definitely doesn't think we've been visited. And he has the best ties. Okay, two men walking down the sidewalk. They are very clearly different men, okay? With the navy blue shirt, the dark red shorts, the backpack, navy blue backpack over one shoulder, dark brunettes, and look, their feet are lifting up the same exact way. Glitch or coincidence? It's not public transport, you guys. Hello. Of course,
that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, dude, I think this would be more of a glitch for me. The way they're farther apart, like they're not sitting right next to each other, so they may not know. Like, this so far is the most convincing for me.
Their feet lifting up at the same exact time. Like, ugh.
I sent you a glitch, by the way. Well, I don't know. Coincidence or glitch.
So we've seen this one. This one was with the woman. This one is the older woman. These I'm likely to believe are more probably twins because they're standing next to each other. But they have they look exactly the same with the same outfits, same pants, same shoes, same glasses. One's holding a bag, one isn't. But it also makes you ask, well, why would grown-ass men dress identical to one another?
I don't get that.
That's weirder. That's weirder to me.
Yeah, my ex's grandparent, like his grandpa and brother were identical twins, and they dressed identical. Everything. Like, they would call each other in the morning.
Really? What would they say?
Plan what they were going to wear.
Really?
Yes.
Look at these two guys sitting on public transport. White shirts, different white shirts, same glasses, same type of haircut with the headphones in. What is that?
Okay, public transportation again, but this is more glitchy to me.
And the same stop things where you ask the stop requests right in the same spots.
What?
Never mind. Right. Where it says stop, the button. Usually, buses I've been on, they're at the top of they're on the top rail of the bus.
Oh my God, it's that Santa Puff. That is adorable.
You can show my glitch.
Oh my God, that's the cutest thing ever.
That's what I would see when I would leave my old apartment.
Yeah, that's just adorable.
It's a glitch.
Well,
is that Zan?
Wolfie, it depends on how. Okay, so people don't. It doesn't necessarily have to be identical. It has to do with like, okay, I think they're called NCPs, like video games. Like what are they called? NCPs? Are they called NCPs? Basically, that they're the background characters, that they serve no purpose and they have limited function, and they're the ones who kind of move. There's a whole trend going around where like TikTokers pretend to be NCPs, I think they're called. And so basically it's supposed to be just a random guy with a white shirt, white glasses, headphones sitting on a bus. he's empty though. He's not conscious. Yes, he could talk to you and do basic functions, but he's just meant to be there to fill in the gaps because it's a simulation. Yes, the backdrop. Yes.
Shay had a good point. Me and you glitched.
What do you mean?
We said what at the same time to Shacto.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, NPCs. Did I say NPSs? NPCs. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. So 3 women.
Oh, we go.
Next to 3 men, 3 blondes, leather jackets, jeans, and the shoes. Look at them.
Looks like some Skechers.
Are they going to an event? Are they all just dressed the same? It's just they're all sitting in the same seat. And so the simulation theory would be only one set of them were meant to be there, but a glitch happened.
They're going to a triplets convention.
They're going to an 80s triplets convention.
Well, see, as the woman, I'd ask to sit on the inside seat because if there was ever a threat, I would want the man to be on the outside seat. So I do find it odd that all 3 women are sitting on the outside seat.
The woman's always supposed to walk on the inside.
Yeah, I walk on the
when
inside.
You're walking down the street.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I always do aisle.
Well, I'm saying the likelihood that none of the women wanted. Have you ever seen The Wedding Singer? The aisle seat, your elbow will be hit with the cart. Okay.
What?
You don't sit aisle. You've never seen The Wedding Singer?
I never have.
Yeah, your elbow. Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
I've seen that movie.
Yes. Shakti, you've never seen The Wedding Singer?
Really?
Negative. No, I haven't.
He doesn't like Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I can't stand Adam Sandler.
God.
Adam Sandler is his Will Ferrell.
I know.
And my Will Ferrell.
That's your Will Ferrell.
Now look at these 2 broads. Not
Betty
the
White.
same shirt, but very close with the purple floral. Same hair on the public transport aisle. Is it?
Would you call them old broads?
Yeah. Sorry. These didn't say it in court, all right? Look at them. Don't stick up for him, Wolfie.
Have you seen the Goonies? No.
Have you seen E.T.?
Melissa's never seen the Goonies.
You've never seen E.T. You've never seen, what was the other one? What was the main one the other day, Amanda? That it was like, this is a main one. No, this doesn't. All
right, moving right along.
What was it?
Which one was it? It was a ridiculous one. Like, what are you doing? This is one of the top movies of all time.
They don't care.
Which one was it, man?
I haven't seen Godfather. E.T.
No, I just said E.T.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
It was like a good one. Like, what the hell are you doing? You haven't seen this type of movie.
Oh,
you're not going to figure it out, though. Why don't we just move along?
Hey, just because you don't want to be pointed out.
But you haven't seen the Goonies either, even though I offered to send it to you.
2 twins having to be wearing the identical things, sleeping identically. I don't know if that's a word, but why wouldn't they sit next to each other? How isn't one laying with his feet up? How are they so perfect? Yes, The Shining. Me Oakley remembered. The Shining.
The Shining. That's what it was.
I've seen the trailer.
Me Oakley, how'd you know that?
Well, wait a minute.
Who are you? He's never seen The Shining.
Wait, how did they know that?
I don't know. Vocally? How do you know that?
I thought that was on a call.
I thought it was a private conversation.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm pretty sure.
Hold on.
Are you recording our call? See, it's a simulation. Nothing's real.
Oh my gosh, it's another glitch.
We're in V. Oakley's simulation right now. She controls us.
Don't even get me started. Let's not get started about the car wash thing either. That's just still blowing my mind.
Yeah, that blows my mind too.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, Harry and the Hendersons. I love that movie.
Yeah.
But Shacto hasn't seen it.
Look at these 2 men wearing the same hats with the same outfits, just pondering at the bush. I don't know what they're
Clinton
doing.
and Joe Biden. Bill Clinton.
What are they looking at? Yeah, Cutie Pie was good. Okay, hold on. Well, what I'll talk about next is put a 1 in the chat if you've ever heard of John Titor. You guys on the panel can say if you have or not.
No. Are you going to show my Xander glitch?
I've heard of him.
Hold on.
I know something you don't know.
Shut up, Shacto. I'm just saying I don't know, so she'll explain it nicely. What are you eating?
Who?
You.
Can you guys hear? I asked earlier if I was chewing too loud.
You
and
did?
People said, and somebody said no.
Oh, I can hear your plate and everything.
All right, I'll put it aside.
Gosh.
I won't eat right now. I'll eat later.
What next? You'll fall off panel without saying bye?
Drama chicken. Worst Popeyes ever.
I didn't know it was going to take this long to upload it. It's not that important, Melissa.
Where'd she go?
She's uploading the picture I sent her of Puff and Zan that I said is my glitch.
No, I got Popeyes earlier. I'm just eating. I'm finished anyway.
Yeah. That was traumatic for you.
Yeah, it was. You know, when you go into a restaurant and you want to order, all you ask for is somebody to just greet you and say hello, acknowledge you. But they didn't even do that. Instead, she comes out and
said hello to you.
Like you're sweeping all the chicken crumbs off the front, but you didn't even say anything to me to take my order or nothing. You're just standing there. Like, I don't know. It annoys me when you go to a restaurant and you're ignored.
This is Mander's This was Mander's 2 dogs.
Oh, that's Puff and Zan?
Yeah.
Yeah, and their eyes fit perfectly in that, and that's how they would run out onto the balcony every time I left my apartment.
That's adorable. I love
it. Sorry, you know how I am about my puppies.
Their little snouts. That's so cute, right?
So is that coincidence or glitch, Melissa?
They're the same breed. Okay. So they're going to have similar behaviors, but they're blood related. So they're going to have more similar behaviors. And they're
not the same litter.
Perfect there. Okay. So I expect nothing less.
I need to put them on a public. If I put them on a public bus, you'd say it was a glitch.
No. Okay. So, did you guys answer if you've ever heard of who John Titor was?
Yes.
In the chat?
I do not.
You don't know who John Titor is, Meefit? Oh, you weren't.
No.
You didn't follow me back then when I covered it. Huh? I did an entire live on John Titor.
Maybe I'll know when you
That's throwback, Melissa Jade. It's throwback.
Yes, throwback.
Like Harold old or older?
So,
no, like early on in the channel.
Yeah, early on.
Early in the early days of the channel.
My first year on YouTube.
My hair was a little bit darker.
John Titor and the time travel may have been like my 4th live ever. So John Titor showed up he appeared in internet forums in the early 2000s before Wi-Fi and before like wireless internet. So just keep that in mind, like how early on this was. So John Titor is somebody who appeared in internet forums in the early 2000s. In November of 2000, he made a post and he claimed to be a time traveler and was going around the internet forums telling people what would happen in 2036, which is the year he claimed to have come from. Thank you, Shay Benet. I've got 5 on Minnie's .01.
-1, she means.
What?
Oh, I've got 5 on it, minus .01. Thank you,
Minus 1
Shay.
cent.
And thank you, Shacto, for
Oh,
explaining
minus
it.
1 cent. Okay.
Yeah.
Had to mansplain. Had to mansplain that
I
one.
got it 5 on it, Minnie's 01.
Minnie's 01.
Thank you.
I just recommended that song to somebody for a video. That's funny. Melissa, have you ever read? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You could go.
Have you ever read Stephen King's book?
No.
11/22/63? You know, it's about time travel and JFK and all that. It's really good. You should check it out. It's one of my favorite books.
Okay. I will check it out, but I tend to fall, like, for some reason, reading one, I have a very hard time absorbing when I'm reading because of my ADD. Like, I will get to the bottom of a page and I will have no idea what I just read. Then I go back to the top and then I tell myself, all right, really pay attention, like read what you're reading.
Yeah.
And then when I get back to the bottom of the page, I was focusing so hard on reminding myself to focus that I again did not absorb what I just read.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, it's a struggle, and
I have to read things 3 or 4 times
to absorb it.
And then sometimes I'll still get it wrong.
Yeah, I'll read it and I'll go through pages, and meanwhile I was thinking about something totally different. I don't know how I read it. I did not absorb it, so I can't really read for
That's
that
the problem.
long. Yeah.
It was reading it is fine. It's just absorbing and like word for word absorbing and understanding what you're reading. That's the hard part. And then you really got to focus. All right, when I read this again, I have to focus on absorbing what I'm going to read right now. And then by the time you get to the end of the page again, same thing. Shit, something distracted me. Now I got to read it again.
Yeah, I can't read in bed. I'll fall asleep, or I'll do that same thing where I have to keep reading over and over. But they have it on an audiobook too for free on YouTube. It's a great book. But the time travel thing just reminded me of that. So, yeah.
So John Titor showed up in November 2000, and he claimed to be a time traveler and was going around the internet forums telling people what would be happening in the year 2036, which is the year he claimed to have come from. Again, this is before Wi-Fi, any of the wireless internet was around. Eventually, John Titor completely disappeared from the internet and hasn't been heard of since. John Titor said, and I quote in one of the forums, "My goal is not to be believed. Perhaps I should let you all in on a little secret. No one likes you in the future. This time period is looked at being full of lazy, self-centered, civilly ignorant sheep. Perhaps you should be less concerned about me and more concerned about that." Now, before you guys jump to conclusions, this would not be odd in today's age, and we really wouldn't put any credibility in somebody who said this, but this was a different time, and the internet wasn't what it is now. And I'm telling you, there's some weird things with this. So some of the predictions that John Titor made on these internet forums was saying that there is a secret function that was on the IBM computer, which was a new computer at that time, the IBM. And he claimed there was a secret function on it where anything can be translated to any language. He claimed IBM was keeping it from the public so competition could not steal it. People tried to access it, but couldn't. After 2004, once John disappeared, IBM announces the computers do, in fact, have this secret function, and it's been there the whole time. Another thing he predicted, he said, and I quote, "Care to share with me how you solve the overheating problem on your space plane?" Then in 2003, Columbia spaceship, which had 7 crew members, exploded due to overheating. It's weird. So in November 2000, December 2000, January 2001, February 2001, and March 2001, John Titor claimed he came from a military group on a mission to go to 1975 to deal with that IBM computer. In the year 2036, everyone is recovering from a war, and John Titor is a soldier during that war, and he ended up doing this time-traveling mission. According to John, you can take things with you in time travel. His original mission was to go back to 1975 because his grandfather worked with those computers. Basically, after this war, we lost a lot of our communication systems and our computers. So we needed this old function on the computer that allowed us to talk in different languages and computer languages. So you have to remember that nobody knew the computer even had that function. He said it was very common for the military to send soldiers back in time who had relatives they needed something from. So writing the family and knowing personal information, because it's your family, helped, you know, like, so if they're going to send certain soldiers from the military back in time, if they needed something connected to the IBM computer, they'd rather send a soldier who is within that same family, because you're going to know details. And if you need to get something from that family member and you're writing to them as somebody from the future, it'll be much easier to get that information if you know information. You know what I mean? So John claims that something happened in 1975 that stopped Y2K from happening. People believe that John Titor changed something, and because of whatever happened, he had to make an unplanned stop in the year 2000. He said it was not part of his mission, and he arrived in 1988, right before he himself was born. And he convinced his family of who he was, moved in with them, stayed with his parents for that period of time, and his younger child self. So John Titor claims to have gone back to 1988. He arrived in 1988. That's the year he was born. And he convinced his parents of, this is me from the future. This is your son from the future. But he also not only lived with his parents, he lived with his younger version of himself that was born that year. John was willing to answer all questions about anything aside from specific people, natural disasters, or anything you could profit off of. So John Titor describes this time machine that allegedly is being used in the future and how he even got back to the year 2000. The time machine was about 500 pounds and it could fit inside of a suitcase, but it had to be moved via a car. It's kind of how he would travel, would literally kind of be like the DeLorean. So John Titor posted diagrams and pictures of this alleged time machine. So hold on, I want to pull that up real quickly.
That's really interesting.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. So this is what John Titor dropped a photo of back in 2000. Okay, back in the 2000s, he dropped this. So the way he would explain it is you create two mini black holes called microsingularities. And if you eject electrons onto them, it will alter their spin and it will create a gravity field which will allow you to move back and forth. John claims that it's a bunch of parallel universes that you are tapping into. But it is impossible to get back onto the original timeline you were once on. You will always return to a timeline that is slightly different than your own. Kind of like the Mandela effects. All of the things we're seeing where it's like, wait, I remember it one way and now it's another way. And remember when I was saying earlier, deja vu, the best logical theory we have right now is parallel universes where everything could be, there's a parallel universe where everything is identical except Shakto didn't just drop off the panel. Like everything exists just slightly different, okay?
Could you
try again? No, Siri, I'm not talking to you. I wasn't talking to Siri. John claimed that our UFOs that we see, all of the UFOs that we see, are really ourselves from the future. So when we're seeing those UFOs flying in the sky, it's not extraterrestrials, guys. It's us. It's advanced humans from the future. And his machine only worked for 60 years. So he could only jump forward or jump back 60 years because anything more than 60 years would disrupt the timeline and changes will occur. So I'm sure you guys have heard of the butterfly effect. And when you are time traveling, according to John, and you jump back any further than 60 years, it'll cause too big of a ripple effect and major changes will happen and you can't alter time like that. So John explained that only a 1 to 2% difference would be allowed to change. So as soldiers going back and traveling in time, of course, no matter what, it will never be perfect. You're going to alter something. Even the most tiniest, you stepping on a penny will cause this to cause this. It's the butterfly effect. So anything going back more than 60 years could cause too many changes. John said CERN would make the first artificial mini black holes and the entire ability to travel through time without being crushed by gravity. John said not really time traveling versus entering a different universe at whatever time you want. John said Stephen Hawking would come forward and admit that the biggest mistake of his career was getting it wrong on how black holes worked. Guess what, guys? That's exactly what Stephen Hawking did. He eventually, way after John said he would do this, Stephen Hawking came out and said his biggest mistake was getting it wrong on how black holes worked. So John Titor's family, and let me tell you something, this diagram right here, his time machine, it is not something that's replicated. It is not something that was pulled out of, oh, this is an instruction manual for this. It has been 20 years. People have tried the best of the best to figure out where this came from, and they have concluded this is original. This is an original thing on its own, and they have no idea what it belongs to. So John Titor's family have a legitimate lawyer, you guys, and all of their information is kept private for their protection. John Titor's mom has admitted that many of the posts on the internet forums were made from different versions of John. Multiple Johns jumping around making these internet posts for the other versions of himself to see. So all of these posts that have been collected, you could go to johntitor.com. All of these posts have been connected over a couple of years were really for himself, the different versions of himself to be able to see. He was leaving notes and breadcrumbs for himself. So as he's jumping through time, he doesn't lose things. So this was before 9/11, and it was read out on Art Bell's show. So in 2001, Art Bell received a fax from John Titor in the past. It said, in my future, okay, in my future, there's a tower in New York. There is a big skyscraper. Where is it? Later that year, 9/11 occurs, and the towers fall. So on Art Bell's show, before 9/11, there's a fax from John Titor. Literally, I quote, in my future, there's a tower in New York. There is a big skyscraper. Where is it? That same year, 9/11 happens and the towers fall. John also predicts internet nodes, which basically are wireless internet, and that is Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi eventually comes out, and he predicted how all of it would work. John claimed that basically a civil war would happen and we would be fighting each other. John lives in a time where we are recovering from that war. But on a grand scale of things, it was the best thing to happen for humanity. It's a militia where everyone has to serve some type of role in the military. Everything was decentralized. There is no Federal Reserve, but they still have money and credit cards and banks. They have less electronic music and more instruments used in a community healer, as a community healer. And so because with all of his posts and all of his predictions, you have to remember there's always that 1 to 2% change that is allowed when time traveling. So his predictions may not always be 100% spot on, because when you're bouncing around, there's always going to be, again, that butterfly effect, that ripple effect, and 1 to 2% changes can happen. Give me your guys' thoughts. What do you think?
My mind is blown.
It's interesting.
I've heard some, now that you've said that, I didn't know by name. I've heard some of those things, but to hear it all like that, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a little overkill. I mean, it's a lot.
Overkill.
Like, it's a lot to take in.
Yeah, I want to read his posts, and then you mentioned CERN.
Yep.
Because I didn't know all that much about
CERN,
CERN until you.
And the buildings.
Well, what I want you to also realize is that's with what he explained consisted of his time travel device. Do you realize what CERN was doing? CERN was shooting mini black holes. They were shooting electrons together at the speed of light to create mini black holes. That is what sets off the whole Mandela effect theory. But that is exactly what John claims is happening in his time traveling device. He said it's mini black holes.
They haven't achieved it yet, supposedly, that they're shooting particles at or near the speed of light, but they haven't achieved it yet because it's like it's nearly impossible to do it. And they compared it to like throwing two darts, for one from the US and one from the UK, and having them hit somewhere in the middle of the Atlantic.
You guys, John Titor's patent for his filed time machine, patent application US 2006 0073976, was filed for a method of gravity distortion and time displacement. The filing date is listed as October 1st, 2004 by Marlon B. Pullman of Tulsa, Oklahoma. The application includes the identical images posted by John Titor online, as well as the time travel theory he discussed.
So did this guy go take a patent out based on his stuff?
I don't know. Let me see where okay. So you want to go through some of John Titor's posts?
Sure.
That's up to that's up to you. I was just saying it was a lot of information. Like,
well, I could just drop the link if you guys just want to see it. Like, they have everything on this website. So you see, November 2nd, 2000, I saw the posting requesting the basic systems for a gravity distortion system that will allow time travel. Here they are. 1, magnetic housing units for dual microsingularities. 2, electron injection manifold to alter mass and gravity of microsingularities. 3, cooling and X-ray venting system. 4, gravity sensors VGL system. 5, main clocks, 4 cesium units. 6, main computer units. 3. What does November 4th, 2000, what does traveling in time look like? The unit has a ramp up time after the destination coordinates are fed into the computers. An audible alarm and a small light start a short countdown, at which point you should be secured in a seat. The gravity field generated by the unit overtakes you very quickly. You feel a tug toward the unit similar to rising quickly in an elevator, and it continues to rise based on the power setting the unit is working under. At 100% power, the constant pull of gravity can be as high as 2 Gs or more, depending on how close you are to the unit. There are no serious side effects, but I try to avoid eating before a flight. No bright flash of light is seen. Outside, the vehicle appears to accelerate as the light is bent around it. We have to wear sunglasses or close our eyes as this happens due to a short burst of ultraviolet radiation. Personally, I think it looks like you're driving under a rainbow. After that, it appears to fade to black and remains totally black until the unit is turned off. We are advised to keep the windows closed as a great deal of heat builds up outside the car. The gravity field also traps a small air pocket around the car that acts as your only O2 supply unless you bring compressed air with you. This pocket will only last for a short period, and a carbon sensor tells us when it's too dangerous. The C204 unit is accurate from 50 to 60 years and a jump and travels at about 10 years an hour at 100% power. You do hear a slight hum as the unit operates and when the power changes or the unit turns off. There is a great deal of electrical crackling noise from static electricity. Someone says, what are your memories of 2036? John says, I remember 2036 very clearly. It is difficult to describe 2036 in detail without spending a great deal of time explaining why things are so different. In 2036, I live in Central Florida with my family, and I'm currently stationed at an Army base in Tampa. A world war in 2015 killed nearly 3 billion people. The people that survived grew closer together. Life is centered on the family and then the community. I cannot imagine living even a few hundred miles away from my parents. There is no large industrial complex creating masses of useless food and recreational items. Food and livestock is grown and sold locally. People spend much more time reading and talking face to face. Religion is taken seriously, and everyone can multiple and divide in the heads. If you met yourself on another world line, what would happen? It has always surprised me why that concept is so hard for people to imagine and accept. Nothing would happen. People are asking, what if you meet one of yourself in the same timeline? The universe would not end, and there are no paradox problems that threaten existence. Temporal space-time is made up of every possible quantum state. The Everett Wheeler model is correct. I have met and or seen myself twice on different world lines. The first was a training mission, and the second is now. I was born in 1998, so the other me is 2 on this world line. There is a saying where I come from. Every possible thing that can happen or will happen has already happened somewhere. So they have all of his posts, and I think it's so interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. Someone was asking for the link to the posts.
To the website?
Yes.
Sure.
What
it's
you're
just
reading from.
johntitor.com.
The link to the post or the link to the panel?
There's the link. What do you guys think? Give me your thoughts.
Well, there was no war that lost $3 billion.
You have to remember multiple universes.
And I don't know about, you going back in time and meeting yourself if it has no effects on anything in your life or the universe.
Everything has an effect. He said the universe won't end and things like that, but you do not want to make yourself aware that you are that future self. You going back are aware, but you can't disrupt your other self and make your other self aware if that technology has not happened yet. You understand?
Yeah.
But once you meet yourself, you already know that's you, right? Like if
no, it hasn't happened yet for that other person, your other self. It's not the same consciousness. It's the same consciousness, but you're not aware of the other timelines. And this is what I'm trying to say. This is the most accurate theory scientists have today, is the multiverse theory, where you, Shaq, there's a whole nother parallel universe where you exist, and every decision you have ever made is identical except one tiny one where you did a different route in time. And every possible scenario where you've made a choice where you've gone right, well, guess what? In another universe, you've gone left. When you've gone to sleep, you've stayed up. When you came up on this panel, you stayed down on the panel. It exists everywhere. Thank you so much, Chowder.
It's really hard to wrap your head around.
Okay, I found
I'll say that much.
Siri.
Thank you so much, Chowder.
Back
Check
up.
it out.
I was saying thank you to Chowder. Siri, go away.
Oh, you just tripped my Siri off.
I don't know why it keeps... Siri, bye. Not you're welcome. I didn't say thank you.
I don't have Siri hooked up or an Alexa.
Yeah, I noticed that too, Julie. Let me go back to my notes because I don't know if I read my notes wrong. Hold on. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. He arrived in 1988, right before he was born, convinced his family of who he is, moved in with them, and then stayed with his parents for a period of time, and then his child self. So I think I read it. He was born in 88. I apologize. Well, it comes on your phone, Harlot. That's what that Siri is.
Yeah, Siri comes, but you can disable it.
Jack just ruined it.
Oh, sorry.
She was whispering Siri, and you're like, Siri.
Sorry.
This picture is the time machine inside the vehicle John arrived with on our world line.
That's a photo of it?
Yeah. Absolutely, Stacy. And not all of his things have come true. But if you're going with this theory, it may have been true on another timeline, or you have to allow for 1% to 2% change. And honestly, it seems like we're heading right into a war right now in our world, honestly. And so to us, it's like, hey, that was supposed to happen 8 years ago. And it's like, when you're looking in the totality of time, that is like, oh, I'm arriving a couple of minutes late. That's nothing.
I think we are headed into a war. Look at the.
Did you mention? Oh, I'm sorry, Shacto.
Go ahead.
No,
you go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say the Navy. I just saw it on YouTube somewhere that the Navy just got rid of their requirements for enlistment, enlisting soldiers to have a minimum of a high school diploma or GED.
Yep.
Now you can just enlist with, being a high school dropout. It doesn't matter. Like, there's no minimum education required to join the Navy right now. They got rid of it because their enlistment is way down and they're trying to up their numbers for some reason. And some people say that correlates with the illegal, and I don't want to get into politics, but the illegal immigration, the illegal aliens that are coming in by the thousands. They're a lot of them are military aged men, young, 18 to 30 kind of things, that they're trying to beef up their military numbers. And they just so happen to be getting rid of the education requirements, which puts somebody coming into this country at an advantage. You can walk over here and join the military.
Well, I think war is possible at any minute, so no matter what. But
well, kids are not joining the military like they used to.
Yeah.
So this is the second photo of the time machine. And yes, the physical body goes to V. Oakley. He's saying you could even take things with you back to the future. Hence the IBM computer. They needed that.
Mm-hmm.
So even if 50% of the posts he made did not come true, the other 50% did. How do you explain that? And this, again, it was a different time. It was a different time. This is the third photo of the time machine.
Did you mention something about Y2K?
Yes. John did something that prevented Y2K from occurring because he was on that timeline right before the year 2000 hit.
I remember everybody being convinced Y2K was going to happen.
John made a post about Y2K also.
I remember the big think about that.
I remember all sitting on the couch with my brothers and sister.
Watching the ball drop.
Nothing happened.
Right. I remember exactly where I was at.
But they were, I don't know, everybody was convinced it was going to affect something, and it affected
There were a few problems. Nothing. There were a few problems, but nothing major.
Yeah.
Like, people thought the milk was going to spoil. And...
Well, Harlot, 50-50 is a chance when you're guessing black or red. 50-50 isn't a chance when you're guessing specific things. You know what I mean? Stephen Hawking is going to come out and say black holes was his biggest mistake of getting it wrong. That's not a 50-50 chance of you guessing it right. How would you specifically be able to guess that? How did he fax something over to Art Bell prior to 9/11 saying in my future there's a tower here? what happened. And then that tower goes down later that year. That's not a 50-50 chance. 50-50 is, 10 on red. There's only one of two options. That's not one of two options. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to, if I'm screaming, I'm screaming with enthusiasm, not at you.
I was just thinking, I love how passionate you get about this. I really do.
Time travel is possible, just not in the sense people think, which is this. I don't know about this, but honestly, it's interesting. It's interesting, and it fascinates me. This is the logo from John's military unit.
That's his logo.
Yes.
I'm trying to see the 666 in there.
And this is the vehicle form. The following picture was found online, and it says, I'm not sure what it has to do with the John Titor story. If anyone has any ideas, please let me know. It appears to be an expired vehicle registration. I see Nationwide Insurance. It's a Chevy. 1987 Chevy.
Shaq, are you eating again?
I'm chewing gum, but I'll mute.
People are like, who's typing? Who's eating?
There's predictions from November and December 2000 and January 2001.
Gosh, and things were so different back then.
Look at this. Look at this. November 2000. The basics for time travel start at CERN in about a year and end in 2034 with the first time machine built by GE.
Wow.
How would he know that? And CERN did do this. CERN is working on this, people. Sorry, I'm yelling again.
I'm so used to it, it doesn't even faze me anymore. I need to have my meme ready.
No, the ice caps are not melting any faster than they are now, which I find interesting because they push the global warming thing left and right. And guess what? It's not happening like they said it was. Okay.
Yeah.
The mass and gravitational field of a microsingularity can then be manipulated by injecting electrons onto its surface. You guys, this is what CERN is working on. They admit this is what they're working on. He was posting this in 2000. I can't, Ava. No, Kimberly. I can't simmer down. So it says by rotating two electric microsingularities at high speed, which CERN is blasting to, it is possible to create and modify a local gravity sinusoid that replicates the effects of a Kerr black hole. That is exactly what they're doing. The computer system is connected to the unit through an electrical bus. There are actually 3 computers linked together that take the same signals from the gravity sensors and clocks. They use a Borda era correcting protocol that checks the integrity of the data and trips the VGL system. Ooh. So in the future, people raise a great deal of their own food and do more farm work. Yes, compared to now, we do work long hours. After the war, my father made a living selling oranges up and down the west coast of Florida. My closest friend raises horses, and another works for a company that maintains wireless internet nodes. This did not exist in 2000. Look at this. Wireless internet nodes. It did not exist. Wi-Fi did not exist back then. Yet he posted about it. Wireless internet nodes. Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Although I didn't get it until last year.
Yeah, you just got it months ago. Yes, there is a post office. The internet is still alive and well in the future. People spend more time talking because life is more centered on the community, which I love.
Yeah.
When I'm with my parents, I live in a community made up of a tree houses on a larger river in Florida. The river floods sometimes and we have access to the Gulf. Most of our neighbors make a living off the sea or in moving cargo by boat. There is a civil war in the United States that starts in 2005. That conflict flares up and down for 10 years. In 2015, on this timeline, Russia launches a nuclear strike against the major cities in the US, which is the other side of the Civil War, China and Europe. The United States counterattacks. The US cities are destroyed along with the FAE, the American Federal Empire. Thus, we in the country won. The European Union and China were also destroyed. Russia is now our largest trading partner, and the capital of the US was moved to Omaha, Nebraska. Genetic engineering is used, but it's like any other technology. It can be good and bad. One thing we did not do was create more hybrid seeds. What are people thinking? Future technologies, hydrogen fuel cells, and more efficient solar cells are big deals. Computer technology and software get much better. After the war, early new communities gathered around the current universities. That's where the libraries were. We have cameras, more digital. Film is used like painting is today. No hologram camera, though. We have phones, but the service is through the web. Most power generalization is localized. Solar is big. And this is before iPhones or anything, you guys. Solar is big. There is thought that a singularity generator can also be used, but most people are against it. Hats are more common in the future, and flashy colors are less common. Dress is much, much more functional, and we dress up whenever we get the chance. Women like to wear their hair longer, and men have it shorter. Both sexes shave it all off when they're in active military service. Far less medical treatment in the future, even though it's more advanced. People die when they know it's time to die. No lasers. Genetic medicine and cloning organs are the obvious new techs in the future.
Wow.
So people would ask, what type of system is used to maintain the singularity? John wrote, I'm not a physicist, so I cannot answer that to your level of sophistication. The singularities are held in an enclosed magnetic field. You guys, I guess that's the most mind-blowing part. He's accurate with what he's saying. He's not just pulling shit out of his ass. Like, the things he is saying can be possible with how he's explaining it. So why did you go to 1975? We need their system to debug various legacy computer programs in 2036. Unix has a problem in 2038. If telling us about your time machine won't change anything, because people said, how can you tell us about your time machine? Aren't you giving us information? What would happen if someone built one based on your information? That's not what I said. That's not what I said, Solosak. I said one of the reasons why women didn't have the right to vote, among others, but one of the main reasons back then is because women were not part of the army or military. And so if you were not actively in service, they didn't see women having the purpose of voting when it didn't directly involve them. They weren't drafted. I did not say that women should not be able to vote unless they agree to go to the military. That's not what I said. Yeah. I actually don't think it's listen, I think it was appropriate at that time. And then things evolved and changed, and so did everything else. The laws changed. But we have to realize it was a different time. It was a different time. I don't think it's like, it is what it is. We can't change it. So they said, if telling us about your time machine won't change anything, what would happen if someone built one based on your information? John said, what you do on your world line is your own business. I can't think of any better way to start a war than for someone to figure out how to make a time machine. Go for it. So he wrote, for a change, I have a question for all of you. I want you to think very hard. What major disaster was expected and prepared for in the last year and a half that never happened? It is generally agreed that John is referring to the Y2K bug. This is November 2000, remember, you all were preparing for Y2K. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Solo Sock. But that's what I'm trying to say, though. Men were the ones that were drafted. So men were the ones who had a say in. We can't forget that the president is supposed to be the main commander and chief leading the army and the military and our active services. Okay. They were the ones being drafted, traumatized, killed. They were the ones who had the vote. You understand what I'm saying? That is it's not the only reason, but that is a big contributor to why women did not have the right to vote, because women were not being drafted. Men were. Mm-hmm. Are you guys just both quiet?
No, I'm here. I'm listening.
I'm here.
Okay, you're both
I'm
quiet.
typing in chat. I'm listening.
I wasn't. I'm sorry. I was texting my sister back.
Now listen to this. While you sit by and watch your constitution being torn away from you, you willfully eat poison food, buy manufactured products no one needs, and turn an uncaring eye away from millions of people suffering and dying all around you. Is this the universal law you subscribe to? And he was totally right. I don't think that really it's about to happen, Shiny Popstar number 1, actually. Let me start with that. It's about to happen. But number 2, I don't think it really matters if it's happened recently. The truth is it's men who it happens to. And I don't think acknowledging that should make us as women feel any less important or inferior. It's just the truth.
Well, during World War II, it was women that, when the men went off to fight, the women took the men's jobs in the factories.
Mm-hmm. A League of Their Own. Great movie. One of the best. Tell me you haven't seen it.
What
Shaq
movie?
Joe.
I haven't seen A League of Their Own, no.
You haven't seen A League of
You
Their
haven't
Own?
seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Get
There's
off
no
my live
crying
and go
in
watch it. There's no
baseball.
crying in baseball.
I did watch Death Wish 2, though. That was pretty good. And I've seen that many times.
Did you see that TikTok, Shiny Popstar? It was a really funny, I think it was TikTok or a YouTube short, but it was this older woman who's like, if you can't draft these new, she's like, I don't think she was eating something. She's like, you can't, if you're going to draft women, you can't draft these new young women. Draft the middle age, the 40s and 50s and 60-year-olds. We're in the middle of menopause. We are ready. We don't deal with this technology. We don't deal, I don't know how she said it, but it was funny as fuck. She's like, we are ready. They're like, We don't drink these pumpkin spice lattes. Put us at the post with a cup of black coffee. We got it. You know?
Yeah.
It was really funny. I can't do it justice, but it was really, really funny how she said it.
was.
Yeah, she's like, we got minivans.
Yeah, minivans with turrets on them.
It was so funny. You saw it too, Neat Noodle. Oh my God. It was so true, though. She's like, you want to get this younger generation? Nah, you need the menopausal woman. We are ready. We have been preparing for this. We don't need our pumpkin spice French vanilla latte. Give us a cup of solid black coffee and put us on the post, sir. It's so good.
We got minivans.
Yeah, we got minivans. Oh my God.
Do they have Wi-Fi on the battlefield? Does anybody know?
Hold on. I gotta find it. It was so
It was.
funny. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Hold on. Okay. Are you ready? It's so funny.
We were just talking about this, about you laughing at something before it even.
Wow.
But it's so funny. Ready?
So my girlfriend, ladies 18 to 26, hope you're ready to get drafted.
Listen, I don't claim to know how the world works, but I do know you're barking up the wrong tree. Why are you going after them little girls when there is an entire generation of angry and ready to go menopausal women? We're ready. You don't even need to draft us. Just let us know where we need to be and when. We all got minivans. We can carpool. None of us have slept in years, so I'm ready to take the night shift. I'm burning up hot all night anyway. I'm up going pee. Give me a gun and put me out for post. I drink my coffee black as death. So Darby to get a pumpkin spice latte somewhere out in the desert. I've raised my kids. I'm mad at my husband most days. Let's go. I got nothing to lose. I have so much.
I thought it was so funny. Yeah, it was so funny just the way she said it, because it's true. It's so funny how you could see the difference in generations. You know, the generations.
Oh, for sure.
The generations are so different. We're the generation, you know, that we experienced both no technology and technology, which is pretty cool. Like, we're the only generation that experienced both. I remember not having technology yet and not having the computer and then getting the computer. But I just thought it was just so funny. They're like, you want to draft these young girls? Nah. We've been ready. Send us out, coach.
We're angry at our husbands. We're up all night.
Yeah, Julie, right? Are we the only people in the country not watching the Super Bowl? I'm grateful. Yeah, I don't know who's playing or anything. I don't keep up with that.
I don't do NFL anymore. I used to be really big into the NFL, but then I got way more into college SEC.
Detroit's not playing.
War Eagle.
Who has a minivan in here? How many minivan drivers do we have? I have one. Not ashamed to say.
Now, question. Have you guys ever seen the lunar glitch? The lunar wave, where the moon appears to have glitched and you see, this is what I'm talking about, the glitch in the matrix. You see the line go right over the moon as if it's a computer glitch, and this shouldn't happen. Let me show you. Hold on.
You have such cute graphics lately.
Thanks. I've been trying to rotate them.
That's awesome.
Wait, I didn't press play. How dare you? I didn't prepare and start to laugh or anything.
Oh,
This is bullshit.
damn it.
You know I need to do at least 5 minutes of a wheeze. Hold on. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Zelensky. Who dat?
Wait.
Hey, Melissa. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Zelensky. Hey, chat. Who's Zelensky?
I don't know. Who's that? Who's Zelensky?
It's you. Are you Zelensky?
Am I
Dr.
Zelensky?
Zelensky.
Maybe.
Zelensky?
I don't know. I might be. In a previous life.
Who is that?
Who's
Who's
Zelensky?
No, I know Zelensky, but who is Amanda?
You're Amanda.
No, the account.
That's another Amanda.
Thanks.
But who's Zelensky?
I don't know. Isn't that the Ukraine president?
Yeah, that's the Ukraine, like,
Is he here?
administered.
Oh, so they're saying that I look like Zelensky,
Yes.
Oh wait, I don't know who that is.
the president of Ukraine.
I don't know what he looks like.
I guess he looks like me. I guess.
Hold on. Now I gotta look. Zelensky.
I don't think he looks like me at all. I'm not offended. I just don't think he looks like me.
Oh my god! Stop it!
Yes.
So you're not going to show the picture? That does not look like me. That looks like what's his name? Lycan. He looks like Lycan, the Lycan region.
Oh my god, that is funny.
You see the video of him? Did you see the video?
Jade.
Did you see the video of him dancing around in high heels?
No, I have never heard of this guy.
Did you see the video of him dancing around in high heels?
High heels?
Yes.
Wait, we have to play this.
Play it. It's Zelensky, Ukraine president, high heels, whatever. He's wearing like tights and
Then UK's in
Where, I
serious trouble. What do you mean?
I should go hat in hand.
Dancing in tights?
Dancing in heels or tights. Yeah, like I think he's wearing tights. I can't remember all of it.
Heels? Right?
I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh, if that Amanda is a troll, thank you. Like you've put faith back into my trolling.
That was funny. That was funny, even though it was at my expense. It was funny.
Aren't they always at your expense though?
Most of the time, yeah.
We still love you.
I want to see my
This?
No,
Then-
Zelensky.
They said this was Zelensky.
What's his first name?
It says Zelensky was on Dancing with the Stars. I don't
No,
know.
he wasn't on Dancing. He's the president of the Ukraine, but
Yes, it says Ukraine president won the Ukrainian version of Dancing with the Stars.
Y'all, I love this. Wait for them to fight. It's amazing. Okay, go ahead, guys.
we don't fight.
How am I supposed to just find him in his heels? I'm looking.
I'm
Oh,
telling you, I know what I seen.
video altered to show Vladimir Zelensky dancing in a.
Here, I'll
Red
send it to you right
costume?
now. I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Send it. Wait.
I'm pretty sure. Hang on.
Is this?
Nope, that's not it.
Oh man, how many fucking times did he do this?
Yeah, he was an actor or something, but there's a picture or there's a video of him and a couple other guys dancing around in feminine clothing.
Alina. Thank you,
Alina.
Alina.
Lena.
Congratulations
awesome.
to everybody. Make sure you thank Alina. And tomorrow we have our members only Monday, by the way. I didn't schedule it yet, but it will be tomorrow. And I really look forward to it. And thank you so much, Amina, Elena, and congratulations. And there's my black heart. Yay. Thank you.
Yay.
Okay. Oh my
Did you
God,
get
it
it?
has red heels and everything. Okay, hold on. Okay. Oh no. Oh no.
I don't.
What is happening?
I was
isn't-
I
shocked.
don't know.
I was supposed to do the lunar glitch. What
It's
is
not
this?
it's not a what do you call it? Face.
You can
know-
thank Chacto because I've never seen this. So
Oh, it's a real video.
What?
About to have your
Wait,
mind.
first
This
of
man is the president of the Ukraine.
all, another Arabian night.
True crime conspiracy is
Arabian
paranormal.
night. Why
What
does
is
he have a handlebar mustache? That's the first thing. It is Chowder. Why does he have that stash? I must ask you a question, okay? Why does it?
That's him. Yeah, we went way off subject, Stacy.
What is going on?
It's not a fake either. That's what I meant.
You're telling me it's gonna get kinkier than this?
hold on,
They're just
Chacto.
looking
Can
at-
you do?
It's not inappropriate. Like,
Can
I mean,
you
it's not.
grow your mustache
Yeah,
out
can you
like
do
this?
that?
If you
Melissa, I
come
start
on
to
next
ask-
live with a handlebar mustache, we will be very happy. Okay? Can you please Zelensky yourself? Please.
Are you gonna play it or are you just gonna laugh?
Well, listen, I'm gonna get copyrighted for this shit. So no.
Yeah.
What?
I'll send you the $1 that you lost.
When did we make bets? I'm pretty sure I just struggled to find it. When did money become an object?
He's
Jesus.
saying you're only gonna make $1 on your stream, so he'll send you $1.
You're gonna lose
What?
$1 in ad
Please,
revenue.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't like this type of stuff. I'll be honest. This is the president of a country, you
Well, the point is, it's the president of the Ukraine. That's the point.
said? Okay, hold on. One.
It's not that I get
Okay,
off
but-
on watching it.
Someone just compared.
Nope, that's enough. That's it. Nope.
Well, at least you know it's there.
Now I would be very offended.
I mean, can you imagine seeing Biden doing something like this?
Biden would go right along with it. Okay. It's like, oh yeah. Hold on, let me get a little sniff action in there. And he would forget what he's doing there. And someone would have to guide him off. Okay. This is concern. What is this for though?
I don't know.
Oh.
That's the man that's
That's
collecting all the
you.
money.
That's you. That's you, Chaka.
That's not me. My nose is not pointed like that. I got a big wide nose.
Zalacto. That's your new nickname.
My nose takes up half my face.
Just jumping to different. Stop it!
Oh, drop it like it's hot.
I keep jumping forward to random timestamps and it gets hard.
Just scroll across.
Biden can't walk in class. Barefoot. Oh my god, you guys are killing me.
Oh, I'm
This
crying.
is actually the halftime Super Bowl right now.
It's the beginning of a Ron Jeremy film here. Ron's all washed out.
Oh my god. Why
Oh,
do you
yeah.
think aliens don't come and walk among us? They take a look at what we are doing.
They just drive by like real
I
slow
need
and
your
then
top
keep going.
leaders to come from around the world. We have Zelensky in heels.
Biden,
thrusting. We have Biden who doesn't even know what he's
Biden
doing.
don't even know what
Okay.
year it is.
You think they want help from us? They turn that UFO right back around. Fuck that. Fuck Earth. I don't want no part of that. Oh, this is. Oh. Oh. Oh.
There you go.
I can't do that, okay?
NASA, moon landing, UFO,
Why does he have a
aliens,
better ass than me?
and
Okay.
men in heels.
What is this?
Okay, but no, hold on.
What?
Are
I
those
want to
heels?
know.
Like
I
those
want to know
heels?
why Shacko, when he heard Zelensky.
What? That I thought about this?
Yes.
Because I've seen it, and it's very unusual.
But they were comparing you to Zelensky, and you instantly
Well,
think
I
of
don't
this.
look like Zelensky, but I wanted you guys to see it anyway.
John Titor did not warn us about this. All right.
No. No.
Oh,
This is Amanda's fault.
dear Lord.
This is the halftime show.
What is this?
What?
I'm
That's
disturbed.
how they get down in the Ukraine.
Now this is no longer funny. Like I'm kind of scared.
It was never funny. It's concerning. I'm concerned for humanity, for real.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Oh, who that?
What's with the
That's a
lip?
wide tongue, okay?
You liquor.
Am I on drugs? What is happening? What Shaq, never send me a fucking video again. You know how quickly he pulled this up to? It was in his most recent.
I just wanted you to know what the president's getting up to.
This is the president.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my. Now I have to see how it ends. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
You know, it's going to spread even more because there's people in here that haven't seen it, and now they're going to start showing everybody.
Good job, Shacko. Good
Thank God
job.
it's Super Bowl night.
We gave him more than $70 million.
I feel like I've lost brain cells I can never get back.
Yeah.
Maybe we can time travel and change that.
I wish we could.
I wish I could go back and never have seen this or this conversation again. Oh
You're
my
welcome.
God.
You're welcome, everybody.
Can I
Thank
show you the lunar glitch? Because I need to look at something else, okay?
The lunar eclipse and Zelensky in heels.
Oh.
Wow.
John
You
Doe.
guys wanted to see it. I just
No, actually, I didn't. You insisted on me finding the right one.
I'm like, you want to see that? And you're like, yeah, send it to me. I said, okay, I'm just gonna send it to you. But
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Because if I hadn't sent it, you guys would have been like, just what were you gonna send me earlier?
No, that's
no, you don't want to see that.
Later, so I'm not gonna make a fool.
No, we want to see it. No. No,
Does
yeah,
our
we want to
voice
see it.
shake
No.
when we see
You don't want to see this. You would have bugged me till the end of time.
This is all we do is argue back and forth about this and then see who gets louder.
I win.
Then she'd be like, you can't tell me you have something and not show it to me. You should show it to me.
I talk like this? Why do you? I can understand the higher pitched voice, but why do you make us sound like that?
That's how you sound when you guys complain about stuff.
Oh my God.
Please don't say another name, Amanda. Please. You cut that out, all right?
Who do I look like now, Amanda?
Don't you go down this again. No.
I thought you were yelling at me.
No. America, Amanda. No. America. No.
America?
I don't know what Tartaria is, and if it's anything like Zelensky, I don't want to know.
You can't unsee it. That's the funny part.
Hi, Nicole. Oh my God.
So how
I'm
about
showing
that?
you guys this glitch. I'm showing you guys
How about
this
that
glitch.
moon?
Yeah, I'm showing you this moon glitch, okay? Now this is going to be underwhelming compared to the heels. Shit! We should have done this first. Oh, man.
Melissa, you need to get out more. Current politics. Oh, she does need to get out more. She does.
Jacko, you ruined Christmas.
Yeah, you ruined Christmas. Oh, my God.
I'm not going to say nothing about the car wash.
Harlot.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I can't believe she's never seen one.
Shh. She has seen car washes in the movies.
Dude, we have car washes. We just don't have what you had.
Should I just tell everybody what happened earlier tonight?
I mean, now I would be.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
About the car washes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't talk about that stuff.
Oh, what stuff?
That other stuff.
What was the other stuff?
No, I'm kidding. No, about the car washes.
Melissa didn't know there were car washes that you like, the car wash stalls that you drive up into.
You do it yourself, like wash it yourself, car wash bay.
With like the high pressure hose and brush.
Melissa's never heard of them. I've never seen them. I had to show her pictures.
And she was a little fascinated by the dial.
I'm like, oh, she's like, where you at? I'm like, oh, I'm washing my car. So she was saying things. It was confusing, but I didn't, I said, I'm getting change. Like I'm getting quarters for the machine. And she kept asking questions and I was confused. And I said,
because Melissa never asks a million questions.
No. But I said, I'm at the self-service car wash. And she's like, what is that? What do you mean? And I'm, I said, the car wash, the do-it-yourself car wash. You put the money in, you spray your car down with water, you wash it with the brush, and you're done. And, no, she's never seen it or heard of it.
There's got to be someone in the chat
that
also has not.
Okay.
No.
You want to do a 1 or 2 poll here?
Yeah, 1 if you've seen a car wash like that, 2 if you haven't.
Yeah, 1.
He's talking about it's like 8 empty garage ports and it's a hose by yourself. And like you could put quarters in and you could do a full-on car wash by yourself.
Yes.
There's no attendant.
You turn the little dial and it turns on the hose and you spray your car down.
Do it yourself car wash. It's not an automatic. You pull into a bay. There's like 5 or 6 bays. You pull in. You get change. You get quarters from the machine. You put $2 or $3, whatever, to get it started. You get a timer, and then you can power wash your car and then wash it off with soap.
When you have like 60 seconds, it's got the alarm.
You never asked. Put a 2 if you haven't. Is there a 2?
I did.
Yeah, we did.
Someone give me a 2. We literally don't have them here. So how am I ever supposed to know?
Anybody? Okay, but there's things that I don't have here in Michigan, but I've heard of them.
Yeah, he's had a card too, Elena. Wax.
Yeah, see, now even wax. There's even wax. Yeah. Yes. Thanks, Kat.
Yes, it does a liquid spray wax.
And yes, they even take the credit card.
All for $2 in
You
coins.
can swipe your credit card. It's usually a little bit more with the credit card.
We get a minute of air for $2.
Everyone's heard of them. If you need more time, you put more quarters in the machine.
Up your tires.
Not a single 2, Melissa.
Not a single 2. Yeah, there's even engine cleaner. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
there
tire
is.
cleaner.
Tire cleaner.
Because tonight was the first time I've ever heard of that. I
thought she was joking. I genuinely thought she was kidding.
Engine cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have. Thank you, Kathy. We don't have those here.
But
they
Kathy,
don't trust you with that.
I just found out that they're like dinosaurs in New York. That they're just non-existent.
But Kathy, do you know what they are, or maybe have seen one?
Yeah,
even
Kathy,
though you don't
you
have
at least
them in
heard
New
about
York?
it. Have you ever heard of it, Kathy?
Yeah. Do you ever like leave your block
She never leaves the block. I got everything here. Melissa lives on an, I think long. Yeah, actually, well, yeah, she lives on an island.
She does. Her own.
Her own.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do this.
Great.
I'm gonna lay off.
My whole screen went blank. Hello?
Hello? I see you.
Wait, you see me?
She says
You're
they
in
don't.
you're in full screen. Like there's a black YouTube screen.
Wait, everything's glitching. What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
Oh no. Where am I? How do I get me back? Everything's black. Hello?
Use the time machine.
Well, I'm not asking if you guys have them or not, really, but if you've even heard of them. Just if you've heard of it, a car wash, a do-it-yourself car wash.
She left.
I'm getting sick.
All right, Shacto, we got this.
I'm starting to get achy, you know, before you get the flu.
Do I make you that sick?
No, I've been feeling like this for the last couple hours. Like where your whole body hurts.
Hello, Joyce?
Hello, Joyce?
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 All right, don't do that again. Everything melted on my computer.
Melissa? Amanda? Zelensky?
Everything went black, but then it would pop up in little patches, like a little right side of my screen would show color, and then left, like everything got weird. Zelensky broke my computer. Is that a virus you sent me?
Or not?
Jesus.
Reset it.
And crackers.
I'm live, Shacto. Reset it. I'm gonna just wait here for 10 to 15 minutes, all right? I'm not like that other person, okay? I don't do that.
Just take the cartridge out and blow on it.
Yeah. Okay, let me show you guys this lunar glitch.
Across the moon.
Finally.
The wave of the moon, watch carefully.
I'm stepping away.
Look from bottom to top. Ready? Wait, hold on.
Filmed by
No.
Was I
hold on,
supposed to see
different cameras
something?
at exactly the same
No, hold
time.
on, I
So
have
it
to
wasn't a
find
glitch
where
in
it
the
is.
camera.
Don't tell me this isn't the right. Oh, okay. I found it. Okay. So it's going to be going from top to bottom. And what's hard about when you're looking at the moon zoomed up, it's always going to be a little bit wavy. That's just the light coming back and everything like that. But you're going to see a line like it's resetting. And you're going to see the line go right over the moon. So kind of like, let me try to see which spot it looks best in. And I'll point to it. You can see my pointer, right? This is the line. Look. Do you see it? Look at the outside.
I'm like really zoomed up, but I'm on my phone and I don't have my glasses on and I can see some of it, but it almost looks like, you know how
No, there's a better video. Look, follow. It's going down the moon.
Yeah, I see it now.
Look at that. You could even see the wave. Look, boom, 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 boom. It's like it glitched and it reset. And look, it goes all the way down to the bottom. Did you see it?
It's almost like how a web page used to load line by line.
Like it's almost people thought it's like kind of like a hologram or something. It's like being shot into the sky and then it like, you know, like it kind of like recalibrates in itself. There's a better video though. That's zoomed up. I got to find the better one because it's really bizarre when you see it. maybe is this it? Okay, hold on. Another Arabian night. So the UFO is seen 13 seconds before the lunar hologram wave is filled. Okay, it's going to circle it. You could see something going right across. Now watch. Oh, it's going to zoom in to the UFO. Okay. Oh my God, Elena. Yes, thank you. It happens 12 minutes before the partial eclipse begins. The wave event is filmed at 10:46 p.m. on April 2014 during the eclipse. Okay, you see it going down? I'm sure it'll zoom up, but you can see it going right down.
Yeah.
Look, there, put it in opposite. Look at that. Look at that. Do you see it? Look. Do you see it? It's a line that goes straight. Look, right here. Look at that. No, but this doesn't happen, Kathy.
I love how excited you get by the moon.
Because it's incredible. Look at that.
No, it is.
This is a live. And it was an independent person who caught it. It was independent.
Well, aren't we all?
Look. Oh my God, it's so. People think there's a holographic projection covering the moon. I think it's fascinating. There's a lot of theories. I'll drop the link directly for this so you guys can watch it yourself on your phone, zoom up. You have to look at the moon and you will see a line, a wave come down. And it's not going to be like, oh, wow, I see a black light. No. It's going to be the same image of the moon, but you can see it's almost like recalibrating the picture. You see this line go straight down. And it almost bends. It looks like you could see it rippling. I don't know how to explain it.
That's something you should look at with your computer, your desktop computer, not a phone.
Well, they could zoom in with the phone at least. Here, hold on. Let me try this one more.
Who's got the police sirens?
Yeah, that's Melissa. They're after you again.
Pull over.
I'm already pulled over.
I can't pull over anymore. Snozzberries taste like snozzberries.
I don't see it yet. That's not the lunar wave, though. I'm talking about. I could see what this one's showing, but that's not the one I'm talking about. Yes, Trollope, exactly. Was it a good game, Linda? Listen, there's just
Who won?
more stuff.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna check the flight flight radar to see all the jets leaving Las Vegas.
Oh, this is a better one. This is a better one.
Oh,
This is a better one.
who
Listen,
who
Linda.
won?
Good
Kansas.
night, V. Oakley. Sorry.
What?
Kansas City.
Oh,
Look. See it? See it? See it? See that one? See that one? Look, look, look. You can literally see it going down, 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 right over, as if it's an image being shot onto the moon. Do you see the line? It's going horizontally right down, right down. It's double. See that?
I see it.
Just want to make sure. Look how beautiful that is, though. Look how beautiful the moon is.
Very beautiful.
Look at that. You could see the line going straight down. The moon isn't supposed to do that, people. I guess you have to like really understand that that's not normal to appreciate how incredible it is.
It looks like a watermelon.
What is that big like bullet hole looking thing in the bottom?
The moon has a north and south pole also, and it spins on a certain axis, but they have craters. You know, the moon, all of those divots and everything like that are massive craters, because the moon has been hit by asteroids and, you know, like debris from outer space and things like that.
So it's just
But
a
I
crater.
believe that's just that. I don't think that's the crater. No, I think that's just the north and south pole. The way that do you know what our north and south pole look like too?
No. Well, I might, but hey, Lace Lemons, it's her first time here for a conspiracy live.
Hi, Les Lemons. Let me show you what our north and south. Les Lemons. All right. So there's magnetic poles, and the moon has the same. So you see how?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it spins on that axis, and we're long overdue for a flip. By the way, yeah, you know,
a polar.
Yes.
So what happens during a flip?
Oh, everything.
The planet inverted.
Here we go. I'm gonna have all kinds of like anxiety and stuff and nightmares. Let's go.
We could end up in the southern hemisphere.
It would fuck up everything. It would be devastation. And we would have no electricity, no electronics or anything like that. We'd have
satellite communication.
Our satellites
everything
would be completely out.
Everything would be knocked the fuck out.
Okay, besides that, would we feel it actually flip?
Do we feel right now that we're going over 100,000 miles per hour, blasting through the universe?
No, that's why
revolving,
I'm asking. Like,
I don't act. To be fair, I really don't know if we would feel a flip, but it would fuck up our weather. Like it would have devastational impact.
Got it.
Yep, the Earth is wobbling. That is correct, and it's spinning on its axis. And then while we're spinning, we have the moon that is spinning, and then the moon is revolving around the Earth, and then us and the moon are all revolving while spinning on its axis around the sun, and then we are blasting through the universe at over 100,000 miles per hour. Yet it feels like we're standing still. Pretty awesome, if you ask me.
Very.
Yeah, the poles are already shifting. That is correct, Julie. I don't know. I love talking about this type of stuff. And so next week, which is already scheduled for the conspiracy, we are going into Antarctica. We are going into Bigfoot. We are going into the pyramids, and the pyramids. Oh my God. Antarctica. I love all three topics, but I really love the Antarctica and the pyramids because people really don't understand how insane the pyramids are and how precise and how magical they are, and what history class told us was how they built the pyramids is not how the pyramids were built. There is so much information about the pyramids that people really don't understand, and how precise its location is, and lined up with true north and the stars, and at just the right time. The amount of electricity, it has its own electricity source. It's insane. And there are pyramids everywhere. There are pyramids on the moon. There are pyramids in Alaska. These pyramids represent and symbolize something. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, see, Elena, we're doing Bigfoot next week. But see, do I believe in Bigfoot? I totally believe that there's a good possibility of it. We know that there was once giants roamed Earth. Have you guys ever seen the tree and mountain representation? Giants once roamed Earth. Now, if you ever look at mountains, they look like massive trees. And so there's this theory that mountains are just tree stumps during the time that giants roamed the Earth. So mountain versus trees.
I thought mountains were dinosaurs that were covered up in land when I was a little kid.
Great. It's a great theory.
I think it's amazing.
So, these are mountains. What do they look like? Don't they look like massive trees? Yeah, tree stumps that have been cut down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is definitely in line with the flat Earth. To the left is an actual tree stump. To the right is a mountain. Giant, yeah, right. Mountains are humongous trees. To the right is a tree stump. To the left is a mountain. To the left is a tree stump. To the right is a mountain. To the left is a tree stump. To the right is a mountain. Right tree stump, left mountain. Left tree stump, right mountain.
I remember when you did the Antarctica and pyramids and all that a while ago. It was a really good live.
Well, remember last week when I told you guys that when we came back from landing on the moon, we gave a couple of countries moon rocks. We brought moon rocks back with us. They had to account for the weight, the additional weight of the lunar module coming back from the moon to Earth for the moon rocks they were taking. And we, as a good grace to these other countries, gave them moon rocks. Well, one of the countries decided to bust it open one day and study it. Do you know what the moon rock was that we gave these other countries? Petrified wood. It was petrified wood. Hi, Jules. Can we do an Anunnaki night? Yes, we can. Hell yeah, we can. But so that also definitely fed into the hoax theorists with the moon landing is, wait a second, you're telling me the moon rocks that we took back is petrified wood? My question is, What would cut it so perfectly? If it's that big, you wouldn't have a giant chain. If giants once roamed the earth, MK, it would be no different than trees in relations to humans. And we manage. You don't think we went to the moon? See, I think we absolutely went to the moon. Not only do I think we went to the moon, I think we are still there. If you go to Bruce Sees All, please go to Bruce Sees All's channel. Bruce Sees All has his own giant telescope, and he live streams zooming up to the moon. No edits, no cuts. And in these craters, you see UFOs, multiple fleets of UFOs even at time, flying out of the craters, flying into the craters. Moon has an atmosphere. At points, you see greenery. You see 90-degree angles. There are structures on the moon. That moon is inhabited. Now, if you get into like theories of, well, who was there first, there's a lot of structures on the moon. Here, I can show you a couple of structures. Well, Jules, that was one of the theories that and I went through this last week of how depressed and ominous those astronauts were when they came back from the moon. Yet this was the greatest feat in history. This was the greatest accomplishment of mankind, going to the moon. Yet the press conference of these astronauts, they seem depressed. They seem shook. They don't seem like, wow, we just managed to get all the way to the moon, land on the moon, step foot on the moon, and back safely home to our families. Well, what would account for that? In my opinion, they saw things that were not allowed to be publicly spoke about, and they were told not to disclose that information. There's another theory that there is a certain radio station that the lunar module, the astronauts would communicate back to Houston with. But there was the public channel that everybody was hearing. There's also a private channel that they told the astronauts to switch off to if you have to communicate something that's not meant for the public. And allegedly, obviously I can't confirm this, there is a lost audio where Neil Armstrong went to that private station and he said, "We're not alone." And when he arrived, there's already bases. This moon has already been inhabited, and he was met with some type of being. And this being was able to communicate not in English. They're able to communicate telepathically, where these are such advanced beings where it's not about, oh, do they know English? No. The level of communication and sophistication is way beyond our understanding. It's almost like you're thinking the thoughts yourself. And they told the astronauts not to come back because we are not advanced enough as humanity to be able to have astral travel. So as long as we are at war with one another and fighting each other and not understanding that different color, different genders, different religions, we are one race, the human race. And as long as we are bombing and nuking one another, there is no possible way we are ready for astral travel, to travel through space and time. And so we also have to realize the devastational impacts that would have on other planets, other galaxies. One disruption. Look what happened to Mars. Mars used to be an Earth-like planet. It used to have trees. It used to have an atmosphere. It used to have water. What do you think happened to Mars? I think there's a good chance we did that, honestly. But it would be detrimental to the universe as you know it. Again, the butterfly effect, but on a massive, scale, and we would do nothing but destruction up there. If that technology got into the wrong hands and we're now traveling through space and time, no way. And so we were told to come back because we were not ready. And that is why we have not gone back to the moon. We've taken a couple of flights, but now NASA says, oh, we lost that footage. We lost that data. We no longer have the telemetry. We accidentally threw it out. We accidentally recorded over it. We cannot recreate the technology that we managed to get these three men in a little tinfoil can to the moon in the 60s. We can't recreate that in 2024. Does that make sense to you? Of course we can. And nobody recorded over the telemetry data. That is ridiculous. Then we also have on the Orion project, these astronauts explaining that they need to figure out how to get through the Van Allen radiation belts, these powerful, deadly Van Allen radiation belts. And they just need to figure out a way for us to get past them without being killed. Yet we already did in the 60s. What do you mean we need to figure out how to get past and through the Van Allen radiation belts, the deadly radiation, when we already did in the 60s? There's something up. There's something very up.
Hey, I have to go.
Okay.
I'm going to go lay down. I'm burning up.
No,
I
you're
think I have
okay.
the flu.
I hope you feel better.
No, that happened quickly.
It's just gotten worse in the last couple hours.
Oh, no. All right. Well, please feel better.
All right. I'll be okay. You can text me later.
Okay.
I just need to go lay down.
Yeah, go lay down. Get some rest.
Yeah. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Zelensky.
Good night.
Zelensky. Yes, they did. They have a guy, and he's spoken out. Multiple people have spoken out, but of course they never put it on the mainstream media, that there's the literal job positions at NASA is to Photoshop. And one, you have to accept all images from NASA are Photoshop. They're composite images. They're way too massive to just get in one photo, so they are stitched together. But there has been many interviews and many people who have spoken out, whistleblowers, who said their job is to literally blur out structures on the moon, things that the public is not allowed to see. Yet sometimes they mess up, okay? And we can see these structures when they take the photos, the shadows that these structures cast off, they're massive. They're massive structures. Ask yourself, how is it that we never see the far side of the moon? Do you know how bizarre that is on its own? That, like I just said to you, Amanda, Earth is spinning, moon is spinning, moon is rotating around Earth, yet it's also so perfectly synced up while they're rotating and rotating around one another that the moon is always one part of the moon is always facing Earth. We never see the far side. Do you know how unlikely that is? Mathematically, the possibilities of that happening. Well, and that because, Jules, I was looking for it, but I couldn't find it. The math around the sun and the moon is like 63.333333 times million times bigger than the moon. But it's also 6.33333 million times the distance away from the moon. Yet, at a certain point, every so often, the moon and the sun line up so perfectly in the sky that they appear to be the same size. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. And Earth is the only planet that we can visibly see that the moon is as massive compared to the planet. So our moon is almost 25%, a quarter of the size of its planet that it rotates to. Every other moon, the biggest moon compared to the planet is about 13% of that planet size that it's rotating around. Yet our moon, on top of all the other anomalies about it, is almost a quarter of its size. And it's in tidal lock with Earth. Our moon is in tidal lock with Earth, which again makes that perfect rotation to where we only see one side of the moon. We do not know that to exist in any other situation but our own. It's
I want answers.
mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It tingles my brain. Thank you, Alina. Alina just gifted another 5 memberships. That's so kind of you, Alina. Thank you so much. You're so beyond kind. Thank you. And
Awesome,
congratulations. Jules, I love this type of stuff. But and I don't remember what the numbers were, but the numbers were, when you see it, it was no possible way, because it was something with the exact same number was how much bigger the sun was than the moon. The same exact number was how far away the moon is from the sun. Like, everything happened to be the same number. There's no possible way. No possible way. Thank you, Elena. Elena just gifted another membership. Elena, that's very kind of you. Thank you, and congratulations to our recipient.
She's busting people out for tomorrow's members only.
And thank you again, Elena. You're so sweet. Thank you, and thank you, Jules, for becoming a member. Look at you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
Aww.
Everyone's set for tomorrow's members only live. And I was telling everyone, Jules, I don't know if you got my message, but I was seeing if we could push it back to Thursday, because Wednesday's Valentine's Day. But either way, the live is scheduled to have Jules on, and I'm really, really, really excited to cover the Idaho topic. And I have to watch the lot. Did you watch it, Amanda?
I watched about half of the first one. Maybe a little bit more.
What do you think so far?
I have a picture of these people, and I think that we need some legislation to keep people
social media legislation
away from shit.
Yeah. I have to finish the last episode, but it's frustrating. And again, it's so weird because we saw all this happen in real time. We saw it happen.
Yeah.
You
covered it extensively.
Oh, yeah. And it's so weird seeing, like, I don't know, in like a professional way on one of these, what do you call Paramount? Like a, whatever it is, like this
network
streaming app, that to hear like the dot, to hear the Kim WSU, to hear, and it's like, hey, I was there. That's not how it happened. Or, like, no, that's bullshit. Like, I wish they did a little bit more research.
Yes.
Because it seems like, without getting too much into it, but it seems like they didn't do enough research. But yeah, it's I have a lot of thoughts on it. And I'm excited to talk about it with everyone.
I'm looking forward to that. I gotta finish it. I'm gonna try to tomorrow.
Finish it. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be, I think we're gonna do it Thursday if that works with Jules. And that gives you guys all a few days to watch it. I know it's on Paramount, but I think it's also free on YouTube. It's 3 episodes. Definitely watch it so you have the context. I know Jules just dropped 3 videos, 1 video per episode that she broke down and discussed. And so definitely go check that out. And she could have tested me yelling at the TV. I think I know what happened here. I'll make my okay. I'm so excited.
It is on
Vaseline.
YouTube.
Perfect.
And if you just search Paramount Plus Idaho 4, it pops right up.
So this is the name. Idaho Murders. This is the title. So like Meatfoot said, all you do is type in Paramount and then hashtag Cyber Sleuths, the Idaho Murders. And it focuses around basically all of these social media creators' coverage of the Idaho case. So you see Chronicles of Olivia, Bullhorn Betty, JLR, a lot of the TikTokers. And are we doing more harm or are we doing good? And I don't think, in a nutshell, without getting into it, but I don't think there is a yes or no. Some do good, some do harm, some intentionally do harm, some intentionally don't, so some don't intentionally do harm. But I don't think it's fair to say, oh, well, mainstream media is the only one who does it right. No, mainstream media lies to us all the time. Mainstream media is no different. They're making money from it. They're doing their thing. But just like there's sometimes mainstream media gets it right and other times they don't. Same thing with social media. And social media, times are changing. We don't live in the same age as we did. And we have to accept that this is where we are evolving into, and people go to their social media platforms before they turn on the news. Most people don't even have cable these days. And I think that is rattling mainstream media. And even like Verizon, AT&T, all these where it's, they're being slowly like pushed out by YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, this, that. But I think as viewers, as subscribers, that is why I always said during the Idaho case, don't just research the information, research the creator that you're following, because there's a big difference between, because yes, when you're covering an active case in real time, it's totally possible to make mistakes.
Yes.
You are struggling with trying to get the info. It's not about getting the information out first. It's about getting the information right. But yes, there is that adrenaline that happens where you want to bring the information as quick as you can to your audience. And so you may get something wrong because it's not, you do your best to verify and vet, but sometimes you may get it wrong. That's totally expected. Not saying that no damage gets done along the way. It absolutely can get done along the way. But there's a big difference between I genuinely got it wrong and I jumped too fast or whatever it may be, versus some of these creators where they are intentionally putting out misinformation for the benefit of themselves. And that, I think everybody, even me, I'm a subscriber also, I'm a viewer also. You need to not just vet the information they're putting out, but vet them. Because if they have a long history, like Joseph Morris type history, JLR type history, there's only so many times you could be in that situation where it's an accident. Okay. And so I think we can't just sum up, oh, well, our social media creators, good or bad. No, that's not that. Our police, good or bad. There's some policemen who are good. There are some policemen who are bad. Our doctors, good and bad. There's some doctors who are amazing. There are some doctors who got arrested for doing some twisted shit. You can't lump everybody into just one category and define whether they're good or bad. But I think educate yourself. Be aware that there are people who will lie or who will use cases, something as devastating as these situations, for their own benefit and for their own gain. And I definitely I'm pro bringing awareness to that, but I just don't. I don't know. It's I'm getting now way too much into this, and
it's a complicated subject.
Yeah, it is. Pepper says, I'm super old from the early AOL days, but even then we knew not to believe everything you read on the internet. Well, and people get...
Whoa. Super old now in AOL days? Pepper, I've got an issue here, darling.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Well, and yeah, Nancy Grace does it too, right? Like... It's not mainstream media does it. I've seen mainstream media. I remember during Quentin case, I got so angry because these articles that were getting published got the most basic facts wrong. The most basic, and I was like, you're supposed to be the reputable news stations, and you can't even get the most basic timeline down about this baby boy. Like it was very frustrating. So just because you're mainstream media, yes, of course, are you bound by certain things the way that if you're on social media, you aren't? Sure. But that doesn't mean that you're not in the same game. You're in the same game. But I do think that we have to be aware while covering current cases, aware of the damage, because there was something that was said in the series that upset me, and I don't remember what the name of that TikToker was, but it was like, well, if we got it wrong, we got it wrong, as far as like kind of like being suspicious of one person. You can be suspicious and question somebody, but I think when you have a following, a big following, you have to realize you are, well, even with a smaller following, you are having an impact. And so we need to be very careful with coming straight out and accusing somebody, because everybody remembers the accusation, nobody remembers the retraction, and the damage is done. And
Yeah.
this really, we watched one by one everybody with the Idaho case blame this person, then the next person, Jack, and this and this, and the neighbor, and Jeremy, and they just went down the list. And I highly doubt anyone took the time to go back and focus on the damage that happened to any of them, And so, but we'll get into all of it. Like I said, I would just watch it if you have been interested in the Idaho murders. If you were there, I'm sure you're going to see a lot of things that you remember experiencing. And we're going to have a full breakdown. We're going to discuss it. We're going to give our opinions. We're going to debunk some stuff. And I'm very, very, very excited to do it. I'm excited to have Jules on. I'm a big Jules fan.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, all right, guys, but I will be on tomorrow to do members only Monday. I think we're going to do our trivia Tuesday. So we're going to push. We have now the very special Cyber Sleuths Idaho Murders with Jules and Shay on Thursday. So I'll see you Wednesday, but I don't know what for yet, but we'll figure it out. So thank you, Meatfoot, and poor Shakto. And
yeah, he's really gone downhill in the last couple hours.
It escalated so quickly. I feel so bad.
I know. He was fine at the car wash.
It was from that president dancing in heels.
Dude, I'm terrified.
It made us all sick. See what happens? Ugh. Isn't she the best cutie pie? And she has the best hair. I wish I could pull off Meat with that type of hair. I always wished I could, but I can't. And she can. I'm so jealous. I've always wanted to like buzz just the under on one side. You know what I'm talking about? Like just like keep my hair long, but just like right along the ear, buzz one side, and then like make a little line in it. You know what I mean? But I feel like that could only really work if you have a lot of thick hair, and because then you could lose like a chunk and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
I can't afford to lose a chunk like that. Be all right.
Oh, I could lose a chunk and then like, but I don't think I could pull it off.
Well, and it's so cool because they could flip it all the way over to the side where if you want the shaved or buzzed, side to show, but then they could also part it down the middle and you'd never know it was buzzed. It's kind of like best of both worlds. But I don't feel like I'm edgy enough for that. Like, I want to do it. Maybe one day.
No, Melissa.
Damn it. But
friends don't let friends get haircuts that are not for them.
I don't think I could pull it off, but that's what I'm saying. I'm jealous because but I have all the ear piercings. And so I thought the buzz, I know, whatever.
I know.
I want it.
We have very similar ear piercings and I've thought about it.
That's funny that they say that Miss Bend Over too, because they have hairstyles now where it could look like you have a mohawk. These girls pull their hair back, and I don't know how they do it. They like put a few ponies going down kind of in the mohawk way, and then they loop their hair and style it a certain way, and so like it's slicked back, but it appears like a mohawk, and it's so
cool. Like a dragon braid. Yeah.
Yes, and it's so cool, and I don't know how to do that, but I wish I could do it. I know, right? I have one friend saying, "Don't you dare!" I have the other one saying, "You only live once." So if I come back tomorrow with half of my hair missing, you'll know why. Yes, a Viking faux hawk.
I'm gonna say I told you so.
That's what it is. See, Jules had a mohawk. She's had spikes. Oh, I've never. Like, what do you mean? Like, kind of gelling it up? I remember that. But remember UFO pants? I remember you. I think of spikes. I think of what's that movie? Orange County. Remember Orange County? Tom
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is so funny. In high school, a guy that I dated in high school and college, he had those chaos spikes, like Liberty spikes. And we used to make fun of him because he had to put his car seat down because the spikes were so high.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. I'll have
That's
to send you a
funny.
picture. It's hilarious. I had all kinds of
you.
color hair, blue and
I've had all different types of color of hair. I've had different styles, but not short like that. I've never gone
yeah.
above my jawline. But I remember UFO pants.
like
So you'd wear like the
long.
wife beater and then the big baggy black pants to where if you jumped off a building, you'd safely land because you got air in those babies. You'd wear the tightest.
Reminds me of somebody.
You'd wear the tightest tank you can, and then the biggest, the UFOs
Like
that you
Jinkos?
can. Yes. Thank you, Elena, so much. It's so kind of you again. You're just so amazing.
Dang,
So
Elena.
Thank you. And congratulations again if you received a membership that is beyond generous, beyond kind. I'm so excited for members only tomorrow. So thank you, Elena, and good night. Mwah. Yes, the Jenko. Yeah, Jenko jeans. Oh my gosh. You've had every comment. Mom has a salon in South Lake. See, I went to cosmetology school and I went in high school. Like it was the BOCES program. So it was 11th and 12th grade we went. And I loved it, first of all. But it was the best. You dyed your friend's hair every day. It was awesome. But I started doing
like manic panic or something.
Yeah, but I started doing
Back
it
in the day.
before, and basically I started off with Sun-In, which does not turn your hair blonde. Okay, I looked like a damn copper penny, thinking I looked like a freaking. Of course, I thought I was legally blonde over here. Meanwhile, I looked like a copper ass penny.
I could just see chunks of brown.
Oh, streaky orange. And I was like, yeah, I'm blonde now. Okay. No, it's peroxide. Why would they let us? Like, I'm mad at my mom. Why would you let me spray that shit in my hair? Every day I went out with baby oil when I went to the beach.
Oh, yeah.
And I sprayed peroxide. Like, it's Sun-In. And the results on the back of that bottle is not accurate. Okay. It tells you it'll lift you 10 shades, but no, it doesn't. Okay. You remember Sun-In, Ava, right? Oh God, it was bad. But then I finally had it blonde, and we went through that phase where you dyed just the bottom half dark. And so I finally got as blonde as I could get at that age, which was yellow. You know what I mean? With even brighter roots, because I didn't know not to apply it to the top at the time. And so I wanted to dye my underneath black. And so I did. And then I made the very bad mistake of just flipping my head right over and washing it out in the sink. And what did you think? The black ran right through my blonde hair.
Oh, did it turn like green looking?
It turned bright blue, and it was Easter.
Oh.
And so I had to walk around with an unintentional bright blue hair. And then it went through like 3 box dyes, darker and darker each time, because then I had to go full black because no brown covered up the blue underneath it. And so then it was pitch black. So I went from horrible yellow blonde, which I loved at the time because I thought it was blonde, to now black. And so I remember the next day when I went to middle school, I just changed my entire personality. I'm like, all right, I'm emo now. And I started dressing like Avril Lavigne, because if I had black hair, I'm obviously going to dedicate now. And that's when I pulled out the UFOs, the chains, the like smudgy eyeliner. And I'm like, this is me now. And like, it happened overnight just because of the accidental blue. Jules has an accidental blue story too. I was my mom's guinea pig as a kid. Yeah, it was my mom who rinsed it out. That's what I'm mad, because I had the help. You could have leaned me back and washed it out. Now that I'm thinking about it, of course it's going to run through and make it blue. But no, she had me flip it right over and wash it out. Yes, 8th grade. See? Telling you, man. I killed my hair before I even got to high school. It's sad. I used to
I
have
stopped dyeing my hair at like 20, and I haven't dyed it since.
I haven't dyed my hair in a very long time, and I'm looking forward to every moment that I don't have to before like the grays happen.
Yeah. Do you
I'm
hear
nervous.
Zan? I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
He's pissed. He's like, would you stop talking to Melissa?
Yeah, sorry, I'm loud. Good night, Lisa Lamons. You too. All right, but yeah, I'm gonna get off and go ahead. What's Zan saying?
I was going to say he's practically deaf, Melissa. Thanks.
Well, he could hear me. I talk specifically for like a deaf range, you know? I talk very loud and aggressive.
You're so loud that even my deaf dog can hear you.
She bleached me 7 times in one night. Have you seen the videos where these girls
oh my gosh, is it falling out?
And they bleach their hair right off? And first of all, they're funny as fuck because I've seen a lot of middle schoolers like, okay, we're gonna do the tutorial. This is how you curl your hair, and then you hear the straightener go. And all of a
the
sudden,
one that falls, it burns right off, and she doesn't even realize it.
And all of a sudden, the straightener doesn't even get halfway through before the ends fall off. And she's like, the faces are the funniest thing ever. It's like, you know, because they're young, they're kids, and they're trying to be cool. And you know, it's like that, oh shit moment. But the bleaches are bad because I've seen horror videos where, and they're not even doing it multiple times in one night, you know, like they're just leaving it on for too long and they're pulling out.
Processing it.
Yes. Like everyone be careful of bleach. Bleach is very dangerous.
If you're going to bleach, go to a professional, please.
No, what's the 10-year-olds at Sephora ordeal? Yeah, Brad Mondo is. I love Brad Mondo. Do you know Brad Mondo?
I do.
Yeah, he's adorable. I don't know. He makes it look so easy, though. You know, even bangs. Brad made me confident I could cut my bangs. Luckily, I thought, and this was only a couple of months ago. Okay, luckily, I reminded myself, no, I can't. Like, and I'm not a cutter. But I don't trust cutting myself bangs, you know, because I've cut my bangs before in middle school. And let's just say they were not up to Brad's standard. They stuck out. Because you're supposed to cut them longer than you want, you know. But I cut them where I wanted them to fall. Oh my God. I remember I cut. And all of a sudden you look to the side. Just standing straight out. And you try to straighten it down, but the more straightened down, you more look like Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber. And it takes eternity to grow those things out, man. It's like that forever awkward phase. You have to bobby pin it. I'll show you photos, okay? Because
I have to see this. I have to see this.
It's so embarrassing, man. So yeah, I remind myself.
If you think you can cut your own bangs next time, you have to call me.
Well, he does the over directional twist this way and then over
I
directional.
don't
And
care,
I'm like,
Melissa.
I can do that. I can do that, man. No, I know
you
that
got Dumb and Dumber bangs.
I did. I looked. So you're saying there's a chance? I looked horrible, man. It was like picture day.
Oh no.
Oh my God. It worked as like a sun visor, my bangs. It blocked the sun. They just stuck straight out. You don't need a hat these days. And I cut all of my family's hair, and I'll do my family's hair, but I know, do not do bangs on myself, okay? I know better than this. And I'm tempted, but no, I will not do it. I don't even like cutting other people's bangs. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
I wouldn't either after that traumatic event.
Yeah. And the first time I cut bangs, I was like about 5, but I just took like the centerpiece of my hair and I cut it down to the root. And I remember how mad my mom got at me. And I don't blame her now, but it took like 8 years growing up.
The biggest fight I can remember my parents ever in, that they were like gonna divorce over this, is my grandma cut my bangs too short. Like right up. I had curled in bangs like you had said, and my mom, she almost divorced him.
Oh my God. But now as a mom, I get it. Like I tell my child all the time, like, oh, we're not dyeing your hair. Like she can when she's a little bit older, but I'm like, it's beautiful, keep it healthy, keep it. And she wants bangs, and I'm like, no. But
Don't
she
do
also
it.
has a very small face, so bangs just won't be flattering on her. You know, bangs are usually when you have a little bit of a bigger forehead, and it works because you have room. But I'm like, no, I get the anxiety now as a mom. Like, no, don't do it. But they have so many things we didn't have. I have all of those extensions, SoCap extensions, colored extensions, and you just loop them in. And we didn't have that when we were kids, but I feel like they don't appreciate it now. It's always like,
with sun in.
We had sun in, okay? I couldn't make my 8th grade graduation because I had sun poisoning from baby oil. And I'm not kidding. And you want to see what my photos look like in 8th grade? Because my face peeled right down the center. So I was pitch dark everywhere, except right down my nose and lips was white because it peeled. Okay? I had some rough times, Meatfoot.
You need some therapy, girl.
Yeah. Listen, I need some hair therapy, okay? How did we even get to this topic? I don't know. I felt like I was getting off 20 minutes ago. How did this happen?
It was sun in or something.
I feel the trauma.
But see, this is why our generation is just more hardcore.
Yep.
We have sun in, and you guys have like conditioning packs.
They have everything. Like, and I love watching the video. We had wet to street streamers.
Yes.
Where our hair sizzled. Okay. Do you know how bad that is for your hair? Wet to straight? No. What were they doing? We could have gotten very injured from that shit. And the sound,
there's no reason we should still be alive.
I'm traumatized by the sound of the sizzling my hair would make when straightening it from wet. Oh, that's horrible. Oh my God. It's so bad. So bad. But yeah, that's what we had. That's what we had when we grew up. So these kids need to be appreciative. It's wet to straight. Oh man. All right. I love you, Meat, but thank you for coming up, and thank you everyone for hanging out. I will be on tomorrow. Thanks for the horror stories and remembering. I feel like I have trauma going to sleep now, but I'm going to hear that sizzling. Oh, what a rude way. What a rude way to leave, Meatfoot. She didn't even say goodbye. You like cramping mine? You mean crimping? I remember crimping. I liked crimping. And do you remember they used to have a straightener that clamped on the shapes? So it would be a little heart or it would be a little star. You could bedazzle your hair. Everything. Trapper Keeper, Ava. I know what a Trapper Keeper is now. But, okay, Meatfoot. Well, thank you, everyone, for being here. I will see you guys tomorrow for our Members Only Monday. I'm very excited for Thursday. And so I hope you guys all have an amazing night. And I will see you guys all soon.